Hello, everybody. We are now back on the stream. Technical difficulties there, as there is something new on our streaming service that has two things pop up here on YouTube. So sorry we missed the first 5 minutes. I was talking to a blank screen, apparently. That's why I wanted to check on YouTube just to make sure everybody was good and viewing. Now, Brandon is here. I saw your other comments in the other one, Brandon. He says that you need 45 from Jalen Hurts to win against Big Money Joe. But yeah, the other link was malfunctioning just because there is a new setting here on the server that we use to record. So for some reason, it popped up two YouTube links, and it ended up I ended up deleting one of the wrong ones, I guess. So that's why you guys could not see anything. But hopefully now everybody can get in here. I know Dizzle also commented in the other one saying he had a huge bet. So obviously I read y'all's comments. It just was not showing me on the screen here. So it looks like Jordan Love heaves a Hail Mary there basically, but now it is 4th and 20. He says, I saw them all commenting in the other link. Yeah, go ahead and tell them in the Discord to come to this new link here. So let me go ahead and I will at everybody there on the Discord for them who have not migrated over here and hopefully are still not on the other one because I ended it. So I'm actually going to go and delete that one. We got 2 likes on it though. Maybe I'll leave it up. But nah, let me go ahead and delete that other one. Hopefully it is not this one here. But I do believe that I am deleting the correct one. So we'll get rid of those 2 likes there, and now we just have our regular one that is streaming here. So we should be good to go. It says we need the Eagles to win. Ooh, I actually have the Packers looking to win here. I hope you get your points, but I think it is a huge stretch for sure. So I told them to come in on the other link. What stream are you using? I used what Andrea said because I have YouTube TV. So I connected to Monday night the NFL app here on my TV screen. And yeah, I got the game. So good job, Andrea, looking up some vital information for us to go ahead and watch this game. But it looks like we have 3 people in here. So go ahead and hit the like button like you guys did on the other stream. We got to get back to 2 likes there as we did lose those likes because I ended it and deleted the other stream now. So we should be good to go. But yeah, guys, thank you for, lasting with me here as we kind of just go through some technical difficulties. Let's see. It says that actually worked, LOL. Yeah, it did. So I'm watching it on the NFL app because YouTube is being a stinker and just doesn't, get their stuff together, I guess. Something's malfunctioning there, or they're going through dispute battles with the NFL or ESPN. He says, TF is going on here. Yeah, technical difficulties, man. Something in our streaming service that we use multiplied the video, and it ended up malfunctioning it because I deleted one of them because I thought it was a mix-up. So yeah, now we're here. So we missed the first 5 minutes of the game, but we're back. It says, didn't want to use my meth streams. I tried, but again, I haven't pirated anything since, if you remember, LimeWire. That's the last time I pirated anything, and that's for music stuff. But yeah, I haven't used any pirating websites or apps in a long time. So yeah, didn't end up using it, and I ended up doing this one, and it worked. So I'm glad about it. So I use that website to watch football. Yeah, I heard it's good. I'd rather just have it here because I paid for it. Might as well figure it out. Now I know what to do on Monday Night Football if this continues to be a thing. It says YouTube doesn't have ESPN and ABC. Oh, it should. I mean, there was something on there where I bought ESPN on YouTube to add it on or something like that. So yeah, I have a package that shows all the games on there, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. Could be wrong. It says Dizzle was going off in the other chat. I bet he was. He says, my bet is off to a great start, though. What is your bet, Dizzle? Put it down. It says Dizzle and Vince had that beef this week, LOL. Nah, we're good. But 4th and 20 here. Looks like the Packers will punt here, just crossing their 50-yard line, and see if he can pin them deep. Looks like it'll be inside the 10 with a fair catch somewhere around the 8.5, 9-yard line. It's pretty awesome there. Let's see. It says there's a dispute right now. They don't have Disney stuff. Yeah, I figured basically. He says under 45.5, $500 to win 962. I like that. I think it's going to be a rough and tough game, mostly like defensive stuff. But yeah, I like that bet. That is actually a good bet. I believe on my pick'ems, I put my score to be like where I think the score will be for like the tiebreaker at 45, I believe. So I hope that it is under there for you. It says primetime unders. There you go. Primetime unders will get you some good paybacks with the odds there. Let's see. Saquon with his first carry, gets a few yards. So again, guys, very early on in the game, but it looks like defense will be the prime factor here, and I hope it does. I'd rather watch a game with good defense than just running up the score. Like if you guys watched the Seahawks versus Cardinals game this past week, it's a beatdown. Obviously, we gave up too many points at the end, but it is what it is. It's trash time stuff. It says I'm up 360 this week, so it's not really being down a ton. If it doesn't hit, just shoot clock. There you go. It says, where's Reed? Reed is working. Reed has a new job title with his company, and they are working him like, lack of a better term, somebody who does not go home. But yeah, so he's busy, but hopefully he's enjoying it. He's trying to look for another employee because his other person that he was trying to move up to take his old position ended up putting in their 2 weeks. So now Reed is kind of doing like double jobs. But yeah. That's why he's not here. But you guys got me. Put it in the chat. W Vince. I believe Ray Gamer started all that stuff. And here we have our first tush push. If you guys are on the same area as me, and Jalen Hurts flies through there after everybody on the line just gets demolished. So this one's going to look like it's going to be a good game. So we'll see what ends up happening. I have the Packers winning. In the pick'ems, I don't know, Dizzle, who did you have? Do you have the Packers as well? I'm gonna double check while we're here. I think I'm like one game ahead of you, Dizzle. So if you chose the Eagles, somebody here is either gonna go up a little bit more, or you're gonna end up tying it. So let's go check what you got. Yeah, let's see. Oh, it looks like you chose something different there, huh? Where are you? Oh no, you chose the Packers too. All right, so we're still good. So I think I'm going to be a game ahead of you no matter what. Yeah, I'll be 2 games ahead of you no matter what because of that switch up yesterday with the Chargers and Pittsburgh, as well as that game. Did you guys watch that Texans game? Texans versus the Jaguars. I thought the Jaguars were just going to stomp on the Texans. I was with my father-in-law putting down some flooring in the house, and we checked the score briefly, and it was like 23-0 or 20-0, something like that in the first or second quarter. And we were like, oh, man, Texans are going to blow chunks today. And they ended up coming back and winning. So it was a pretty cool game. I got to watch the highlights just to see exactly what happened, but I think they put up like 26 points in the fourth quarter, which is pretty insane. Andrea has finally made it over here to the other link. What's up, Andrea? He says you picked Green Bay. He says Green Bay loves to ride Jacobs, huh? Oh, yeah, they do. Same old. And there's Tank Bigsby with his first carry. Yeah, no Reed today probably. If he does come in, he'll come in briefly, but I tell him if he's working on something at home, just to work and get the stuff done so he can get to sleep on a Monday night at a decent time at least. Atlanta game was BS. I don't know. I really didn't watch any football this week because I was putting in flooring at the new house. So I was pretty busy, and we don't have Wi-Fi or anything over there, or anything. No TVs, no furniture at all. We're just changing out all the flooring. So it's been a doozy. We also painted the kitchen and redid a couple things. So it's been a busy weekend for me since we signed for the house on Thursday. He says, I watched that game. Heck yeah, you did. It was a good game, apparently. Brandon says the Texans versus the Jags. He says, I still haven't seen that 19-yard Davis Mills run. Oh, imagine. Did he stretch out his neck to like get all the way over there, dive into the touchdown? I honestly turned it off and then turned it back on and watched the ending. Nice. This is Jags are overrated. Yeah, I've said it before. I said I think the Jags are overrated. He says, let's go, Andrea. W's for Andrea here. It says, get Dizzle up. Bijan not taking goal line touchdowns is crazy. People are pissed. Yeah, I have him in one of my fantasies, and he's just been playing like crap the past like 3 weeks, I think. I think it's been all single-digit points in the past 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see. We'll see if he keeps getting the ball or not. Says, so you officially have the keys to the house? Yes, I do. Like I said, we've already been renovating and everything. House is looking like it's in shambles right now because there's no flooring in some of the rooms, but it will get done. And then that's when we start moving in all our furniture. Luckily, here at this apartment that we've been at for the past, 3 years or so, we have it signed until December 16th. So we still have over a month to move and get situated and everything. And then we got to clean up this whole place. But as you can tell, like fish tank stuff, a bunch of boxes here, furniture still here. You can't see it, but there's more over there. And then out the door in front of me, there's, a plethora of things that my wife has, as well as my furniture, like my bar set and my other fish tank. So yeah, a lot of things that we got to move. We have like 50% of the house boxed up already, but still need the other 50% as well as all the furniture to go. So a lot of things to do. So we're going to be working every single day, except when I'm here doing videos or I'm live with you guys. These are my days off because my body needs a rest. Yesterday, I thought my body was going to go into full like cramp mode after putting in all that flooring. But thank you. I know it is awesome. I love it. Homeowner in massive debt now, but we'll pay it off. My wife and I make a good amount of money, so we should be comfortable. Says, I need Barkley going against Jacobs. Oh, so how many points does he need, Andrea, for you to win? It says, Micah gets in the backfield stupid quick. Yeah, I think his get off is like less than half a second on average or something like that. So sometimes he's even faster. So his fast twitch fibers in his muscles are just insane. It says they put Algier at the goal line. Yeah, they've been doing that for years, to be honest. But usually Bijan will break some and get some touchdowns. But yeah, just the way it is. They don't want Bijan to get hurt there, and he's not really the bruiser type back. That's why they have Algier. It says, but the first mortgage payment isn't until later, right? Like a mini grace period? Yeah. So when we signed, we got a grace period of no mortgage on December. So we have to pay like cancellation termination fee here at the apartment, which is exactly almost the same amount of money that it is to pay a mortgage. So we're basically paying one, but it's for the termination of this stay here at the apartment. And then on January 1st, I have my first mortgage payment. It says, don't let your apartment try and scam you out of your deposit. Take photos before you leave. Oh, yeah. We patch up everything. The only thing that I'm scared about is the flooring here. Rolling around in these rolling chairs has put like some added pressure on the vinyl. What's it called? The latching kind of vinyl planks. And so some of them are stripped as well as coming out of the floor a little bit. So we'll just like end up seeing what they take from us, but we'll see. It says, what's up, guys? Sam, how you doing, man? Nice to see you here. Heard you got a big dub this week against AJ, I believe. So congrats there. He says, you a yard guy? I'm a big yard guy. Yeah, we actually have a decent sized backyard. I wanted bigger. I wanted to be on at least half an acre of land. But we only found, 0.3 acres of land for the house and what it sits on, which I'm fine with. We're in a neighborhood, so still a pretty good amount of land there for a neighborhood. So yeah, I'm not opposed to it. But yeah, pretty much pretty good for me, in all honesty. It says, I think I won the golf league. Don't let me run the table. Nah, we're good. But it's nothing Bijan can't do. Yeah, it's true. So far, I am up 6 points. So basically, Barkley has to uh, outpace who is it, Jacobs, by a minimum of 6 points, basically, for you to have that cushion. Or just tie even, because if you're up 6 points already, that means uh, Barkley can get, you know, evened up or just a little bit less than Jacobs, as long as it's Jacobs not getting more than 6 points against you. Brandon says, you're cooked. And he says, JK. Yeah. Don't be mean to Andrea here. Do you have a pool? Nah, we don't have a pool. Too much maintenance, in my opinion. My in-laws have a pool and they never use it. I've never really been like a big pool guy, even though it is hot as heck down here. Just for some reason, I don't like smelling like chlorine and all that stuff. I used to work at a pool as a lifeguard in high school, and I came home smelling like chlorine every single day of the summer for like 2 years, and I hated it. So I used to get headaches with the chlorine, how strong it is. It says, is the yard flat? Actually, no. Our yard is a little bit on a like tilt for runoff reasons and all that stuff. It's just the way the land is there. But our foundation is good. We got all that checked, and so we're all Gucci. But yeah. Oh, it's telling the future here. He says fumble. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, haven't seen a fumble yet. So you might either, be saying that since I don't have a pool, I fumbled, or there is a fumble coming in the near future here. No more spoilers, Dizzle, if there's a fumble. He says that's an amazing play. So I'm looking forward to seeing this 3rd and 8 now, because I'm assuming it's this play. Let's see. Appreciate y'all for being here, by the way. We have 10 people in the chat. Go ahead and hit the like button down below. If you're not subscribed, think about subscribing. We have some great content here coming out every single week, and you love to see it. Let's see. Jalen Hurts runs the ball. Oh, there is a fumble. He just popped it out, and he gets pushed out at the 40. Good job, Packers defense. He says, get a pool and then invite all of us over for some Monday night and hot dogs. Me and Dizzle will get the margaritas that you make us. We'll see, man. If anything, I would like to throw some parties at my place. We're still doing a lot of renovating, though, so the wife doesn't really want anybody coming while we do all these renovations for obvious reasons. We're not even moved in or anything yet, so hopefully next season I can throw a little rager or something. I invite some people if you guys want to make the trip. I know it's super far for Dizzle, but it might not be too far for you, Brandon. Just a couple hours. But yeah, I'm sure I'll be hosting some things. It says under review. It says under looking fantastic. It says haha, Dizzle is spoiling. Kick him. It says, what are you streaming on, Vince? It's like in YouTube Shorts form. Yeah, for some reason, like this is like the new thing. So there should be another link for some reason. This is the new thing that I really don't like. It puts us in a vertical position, and it also puts us in a landscape one. So I believe there's 2 separate links. If you go to our YouTube channel, you might be able to see it on a landscape form. I'm not 100% sure. I'm trying to stay in the middle here because I have the other one pulled up. So I'm trying to stay in frame. So if I go this way and I'm out of frame, it's because I'm moving around and not paying attention to the one on the side over there. But yeah, for some reason it has us in a vertical position with all the comments, up here and everything like that. And then you really can't see the score way up there just because it's cut off. So I really don't like that landscape thing, or the portrait vertical positioning. So see if you guys can go to the landscape one, because there is 2 videos posted for some odd reason on YouTube. And that's what I had deleted earlier. And I think I deleted the wrong one. I'm not 100% sure. He starts laughing. He says, I'm buying a multifamily end of next year. I got my nest being built right now. Ooh, nice. So that's pretty good. It says that'd be fun. It says, where is Dizzle, New England? Yeah, he's out there somewhere. He's out there in the upper northeast. says cash out is 710. We ride. Extra $200, baby. You might as well ride it. Says live over under is 34.5. I got 45.5. That's good. We're already ahead of the game here in at the end of the first quarter, basically. It says I'm in landscape, but I can only see my comments in the comments section. Oh, interesting. I don't know. There's some bugs that the place that we stream has to fix. I have to see if there's a way where I can just like kind of remove the vertical position and only have landscape, because that's the one that we like best because it shows everything, as well as like the score up here. You can actually see everything. Obviously, when I take off the comment, you can see the score right there, so 0-0, but you can't see the emblem. So maybe I will change that a little bit so that way people can see the emblem. So let me do a little bit of editing over here in the background. But yeah, so far a really good game, defensive wise at least. So if you like defense, this is the game to watch. But if you don't, sorry. Let's see. Let's do that right there. I just want a little bit smaller edit here. Let's save this one and get back right to football. So it looks like Jacobs drops the ball too, but Love gets back on it. So almost a disastrous play there. But it ends up working in the Packers' favor. So let's go ahead and add this over here. Sorry, boys and girls. So nothing happening on that play either. But let me see. For the vertical position, at least for the people watching there, let me see. Now you guys can see, the Packers emblem as well as the Eagles emblem, so you guys know who has scored. Looks a little janky, so I'll continue to kind of edit that. I might make the Packers name just a little bit smaller and move the Packers emblem up. There we go. Now it looks a little bit better, in my opinion. And I will save that one and edit it again. As Jordan Love drops back on a 3rd and 13. Looks like he might run for this, and he's got a block. Oh, but I think he's just short. Just short there. Gave it his best effort. They probably will go for the field goal here. Or they can go for it on 4th down. Whatever Packers want to do. I'm sure Dizzle would prefer, field goals here. So that's probably what he's looking for less points on the board. But let me know down in the comments, guys. Who do you think is going to win this game? By how much? And let me put up this other one here. Bam. So that one looks a little bit better there. Even on the vertical position, you can actually see, Eagles right here, Packers right there. And on this, horizontal layout, you can see it pretty well. So let me ban this person, delete theirs. Let's see. Says, I'm in the landscape, but I can only see my comments. He's like, yeah, I can't see anything but Sean Alexander. Yeah, love my Sean Alexander jersey. I'm looking to get more. I want to get like a Cam Chancellor one, a Richard Sherman one. Obviously, I will respect Russell Wilson, and I might get a Russell Wilson one too. He is our Super Bowl winning quarterback for obvious reasons too. He says, I'm in the better form now. There you go, on landscape. He says, I'm in Massachusetts, a.k.a. Texachusetts. I guess that's how it works. I've never been up there in that area. I've heard it's beautiful. Weather can get kind of crappy in the winter, but you get used to it, I guess, as Dizzle has. He runs without a shirt while it snows, apparently. He's out there nipping hard. Got diamonds on his chest. It says, is Reed joining later? This is a huge game for his squad. He's probably not, but he's probably listening and checking in on this game. 100% sure. It says, I know Reed is bugging. Brewer F5G says, what's up? How's it going, Brewer? Nice to have you here. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, So go ahead and think about subscribing. We have some great content here coming out every single week. We do lives on Monday Night Football, kind of like how we're doing here, as the play-by-play, as we're on commercial break. So thank you for being here. It says everyone spam Reed in the Discord. He's gonna get mad at you, Brandon. It says heard Reed's getting lucky tonight. I'm gonna let him be. Ooh, you're getting lucky with hopefully a big fat bonus or something. Second quarter 0-0. Oh yeah, it is the start of the second quarter. Let me change that. As now I have to edit one more time, as it is the start of the second. And I will have that up shortly, boys and girls. But yeah, I mean, so far a good game 0-0, especially for Dizzle here. Dizzle has, this over-under type of bet, as it is now the second quarter. Delete that other one. So hopefully Dizzle hits. So this field goal, brother, they are on their own 45. Hey, people have hit from the 50, man. They've hit from the 50, I believe. It says, I need Hurts to get 40 points to beat big money. L's in the chat. I don't think Brandon will get it, honestly. It's a lot to ask for, to be honest, especially the way this game is being played. Kansas City and Denver next week, and they are only favored by 3.5 points. Yeah, they're going to obliterate that. Denver is playing like total doo-doo. They barely beat anybody they play with in the past 5 weeks. So yeah, it's pretty bad, and it doesn't even matter who the matchup is. They do have a great record for sure, but I think Kansas City is the better team for sure. It says they have to get this. If you're a real one, Vince, you'd do a giveaway on that jersey. No, I would not. I actually got that as like a snipe. You can't see his signature, but his signature is right there on the 7. I sniped it for less than $100 for a signed jersey. So I think it's pretty good. I got it on an auction site. So, but yeah, so I was happy with my purchase, and I'm not giving that away at all. It says perfect. Punt it. There you go, baby. There you go. So now the Eagles got the ball. It says, sorry, I'm a bit ahead. Yeah, slow down, buddy. It says drive the whole field. Primetime unders, Vince. It's getting cold. Oh yeah, I know, dude. We're supposed to go to a Packers game pretty soon. I think we go on. Let me check the calendar. I think it's the 24th. No, 23rd. We're gonna be there for a game on Sunday Night Football. Sunday night, Packers versus Vikings in Lambeau Field. Apparently, right now, yeah, I think it was like 33 there at this point in time on a Monday Night Football. So I'm assuming Sunday night's going to be the exact same type of weather. Apparently, it's supposed to be in the 20s when we go, if all is said and done the way the weather works. So it's going to be great. We're going to be bundled up like little marshmallows just to stay warm. So that should be fun. We're going to have fun there as much as we can. So I'll still be in top 4 with our leagues, so I'm not tripping if I lose. Oh, nice. There you go. Uh-oh, Saquon. It says, I'm tempted to throw 1K on it. Tempted? For my jersey? Or are you talking about the over-under? I was like, hey, I'll take 1K for my jersey and buy, like, all the jerseys that I just told you about. It says, nice block by Malahata. Yeah. He freaking fell on his knees. Poor guy. It's a little slippery out there. So I have 4 starters in our gold league on a bye week. I'm cooked, AJ. I'm cooked next week against AJ. Oh, dang. You got the week 14 buys or whatever? Or week 11 buys? Yeah, week 11 is next week. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. Brandon says, when will y'all be there? So I think we're getting there as long as our flight, as you guys have been hearing, flights around the U.S. have been delayed and changed and everything. We are leaving on the 22nd, a Saturday. So we're going to the game on the 23rd. And I believe we are leaving on Tuesday, the 25th. So we'll be there for about 3.5 days, I guess you can say. Arriving in the morning on the 22nd if everything goes right with our flights. and then coming back home on the 25th before the sun even rises. So we'll be there all day the 22nd, all day the 23rd, and all day the 24th, just to kind of do things around there and enjoy Titletown is what they call it, I guess, for the Packers in Lambeau. But yeah, we're just gonna enjoy Lambeau as much as we can and do what we like doing if the weather is willing. So hopefully it's not miserable for us. But we even rented a car. So I hope it doesn't snow because we rented a small car and we'll probably get stuck in the snow. So hopefully nothing too crazy. But I know up there in the northern states, they obviously, shovel and they have the snow plows and everything, and they ice the road or they salt the roads. So hopefully we'll be just fine in our little tiny Toyota car. I think is what we're getting. I think we're getting like a Toyota Corolla. It says what YouTube a month, like $90. Just for regular YouTube, yeah, it's $90. I think it comes out to like 92 with tax or something. And then I pay like 100 something. I think this is the last month that I pay 100 something for the red zone and all that stuff. For NFL Sunday Ticket and red zone that's what I pay. $100 for the first, I think, 3 months or something like that, because I got a deal because I'm a medical professional. Yeet, yeet. But for others, it's up almost like $500. So 5 months of $100 basically. It says I missed the live last Monday. Oh, we didn't go live. Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to get the game, so I just didn't go live because I didn't want to be dealing with all that stuff, stressing out. Nah, not for me. Boston is Titletown, buddy. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe San Antonio. San Antonio's got five chips. 5 chips in the past. Let's see, in the past 30 years, just in basketball. It says I think it used to be 60ish. 60ish what? Degrees? I hope. Then we'll be sitting pretty. It says you got Sunday Ticket too, right? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I have Sunday Ticket. I can actually tell y'all. It charged my card earlier in, I think it's on the 1st. I chose to have it charged on the 1st. So as it loads here, I pay $92 for just YouTube, the primetime YouTube or whatever, as well as, let's see, $101 for NFL Sunday Ticket and Red Zone. This is the last month that I have to pay the NFL Red Zone and the NFL Sunday Ticket. So next month in January, the only thing I'll have to pay is YouTube because I've already paid the amount that is required for my medical professionals, kind of certification for the YouTube TV. I get a discount because of that, which is pretty cool. I like it. It says last 25 years, Boston has 13, I think. Yeah, but that's all the sports combined. This is only basketball. That's it. Only basketball. We don't have an NFL team. We don't have an MLB team. And we don't have a hockey team either. So it says, Vince, let's talk trade. I need a running back. Shoot me a trade, man. My running backs are pretty pricey right now because I'm also waiting basically for, what's his name, the Cowboys running back to come back off the bye. Ooh, hard run there by Jacobs. So it'll be 1st and 5 probably. Josh Jacobs goes off, then comes out because he's tired and the offense stalls. Yeah, pretty much. Me and Reed and AJ kind of talked about it a little bit. The Packers kind of are hitting like an area where they just don't, they can't keep it going in the pass game. Especially with Kraft getting hurt, it's just like even more of a lull. Before that, it was just Kraft, one random wide receiver, run game. And then it was Kraft, run game. And then Kraft, and then one wide receiver, and the run game. So now that they lost Kraft, it's just pretty much all on Josh Jacobs. And, so it's pretty bad. Let's see. Oh, Kevin Dizzle says, Reed going to trade you K9? Heck no, I hate K9. I love him for our running back position because it's just like a double-headed monster between him and Sharp. Run game isn't our best quality on offense right now. And even George Alani, our third string running back, got a touchdown this past week because of how bad we were killing the Cardinals. So we are just like a committee style running back team there. So K9 and Sharp are just going to be continuing to teeter totter of who's the back, who's going to get the touchdown or the red zone touches. So yeah, I'm not. I don't draft Seattle running backs. The only one that I've ever drafted was K9 one time when he was a rookie. He ended up playing a lot towards the end of the season because our other running back got hurt. And then Marshawn Lynch. I've drafted Marshawn Lynch before, and it worked out pretty well. It says this is exactly how I expected this game to go. Just smash mouth football in 25-degree weather. I'm going to sleep early tonight. Oh yeah, the game will probably go by pretty quick if they continue to run the ball and just slam it down the throats of the defense. Unlike this play with Josh Jacobs losing a yard. It says I have K9. Oof. I tried to tell everybody, Andrea. I said, don't get K9 as much as you can. Don't get him. He's going to give you more headaches than he is good games. Just because, and it's not because of him. He's a great running back in the NFL, very skillful, a power back, everything like that. It's just the Seattle Seahawks. That's how they play. They try to keep their running backs fresh because we've had so many injuries to running back positions that we have a running back for 2 or 3 years, and then they're out the door, traded somewhere else or cut just because of injuries. So now we're going with a new approach with Clint Kubiak. He wants the running backs to be fresh all year, so they alternate. And even on Kenneth Walker's birthday, they took him out at the goal line, and they gave him the touchdowns to Charbonnet. So that's pretty crazy. That shows how ruthless the run game is. It's just whoever's fresh and whoever's running better that day. Dizzle says another punt. Oh yeah, 4th and 2. I see it here. It says 4th. Let's see. It says Vince a couple weeks ago you wanted him. LOL. Yeah, I was gonna say like give me him for scraps, and then you said no. My running backs are worth gold. They're diamonds. And I said oh, never mind then. I was trying to send scraps to you. It says I thought I got a great return for him. Oh, who'd you send him to? He says, but I got Rico and Chase Brown. Oh, there you go. You're sitting pretty then. Chase Brown is resurging just because of the way the offense is going. And yeah, obviously Rico Dowdle. One of the best running backs in the league right now, out of nowhere. Pretty good for him. I'd love to see it. Especially after leaving the Cowboys. His Cowboys game that he returned playing for the Panthers against the Cowboys was amazing. So awesome just for him to run all over everybody. Pareko, how's it going, man? How you doing? It says, I have Love, Dart, and Burrow in a super flex. Should I try to trade Love before the Week 11 deadline if I'm 8-2? Is this a redraft league? If it is, sure, why not? I don't think this is a dynasty, but that's awesome. I would trade Love for anything that you need, whether it's tight end, running back, wide receiver, defense. I don't know, whatever you need to get better and continue to stay winning. That's good. But yeah, I'm also 8-2 in one of my leagues. It's a work league, so that one was expected. But I think the next league that I'm 7-2. That's my next best league, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, 7-3. If I said 7-2, I'm gonna be 7-3. So I have a league where I'm 8-2, just like you. 7-3 after the loss this week, and then 6-4 in the Gold League. So that's my third league, and then after that 5-5. So as you can see, 8-2, 7-3, 6-5. 6-4. Yeah, 6-4. So 8-2, 7-3, 6-4, and then 5-5. So boom, 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 boom. That's basically how it's going. All of them, I'm still in the playoffs. The 5-5 league is our dynasty league, so 6 make it out of 10 teams, and we have divisions. So top 3 from each division kind of go. That says K9 and the Packers D for Tay and the Bears D, which I dropped for the Ravens D. I mean, okay, that's not bad. I mean, Bears or whatever. But yeah, Devontae is pretty good. I didn't even see that. Is that something that just went through a little while ago? I think it was like 2 days ago or something like that. Perico says yes. Oh yeah, so redraft league. Yeah, I would do that. Get whatever you need, basically. Does Uncle Rico won me money versus Dallas? There you go. It says, what time do you go to work in the morning, Vince? I leave my apartment here at 7 o'clock the latest to make sure that I get to work by 8 because most days we have meetings and stuff like that. From the new house, I'm going to have to go ahead and start leaving at, I think I'm going to have to be leaving like 6:45 just in case because of traffic. It's about 10 minutes south from where we live right now at this apartment. So I'll have to leave a little bit earlier, but not too bad. I like to drive. So I got crushed by injuries in my league this year. It happens. I mean, aren't you going to go like 2-8 right now? That's a lot more than just injuries. My bad. A lot more than just injuries. Let's see. Didn't expect to get Burrow back week 13, and Dart sure won't touch my bench. Yeah, Dart is playing too good. Hopefully, Brian Daboll getting fired here doesn't, put a kink in his type of play. Hopefully, it just elevates it because, oh, what a catch. Wow. I thought that was going to be picked for sure. Jalen Hurts is throwing some risky passes there. But yeah, Burrow coming back, week 13 and possibly playing week 14, I think is what he's saying, is pretty insane. Obviously, for what happened to him. But yeah, F it. Hopefully he plays well. That's the only thing that is like coming back from like a type of injury like that is just like, is he going to play good or is this like just, throw him out there? He's playing like doo-doo. Obviously, I think he'll be better than Joe Flacco, but there's obviously going to be some time for him to adjust back to game speed for being out for so long. Dang, another risky pass there. Keyshawn Nixon with a good deflection there. The pass for Goddard. 3rd and 2 now. Dizzle says I did it this weekend. Yeah, I think I saw it. I don't know if I voted on it, to be honest. I heard rumors in our league that Dizzle is trying to make a trade with you, Vince, for Breece Hall. I don't know. He hasn't sent me anything. I'm not trading Breece Hall away, though. He's playing great right now. That's why I kept him. Mostly also because I needed him. It says, nah, not gold. My ESPN Big Money Leagues. Oh, dang. Yeah, that's pretty bad. It says Dart is hurt though. Is he though? I didn't watch any football this week. This is the second game of the week that I've watched. The Seahawks game I watched intermittently because I was installing flooring, so I had to be up and back. But yeah, if Dart's hurt, that sucks. But yeah, it says love Breece. It says punt, a crap punt. That means the Packers might score some points. But we got 7 minutes and 35 seconds. It's 4th and 2 on my TV. Seems like it's 1st and 10 already for the Packers for Dizzle here as he is ahead. Let's see. Perico says, I also just traded Bucky and Olave for CD and Kamara last night. So I can pair up Puka and CD. I mean, that's pretty good. So I feel pretty good about it after seeing Bucky's news today. And I have Rashard White. Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah, Bucky's been taking a long time to come back. And I haven't heard the news either myself, but I'm assuming that he's not going to be back for an extended period of time. So, yeah, pretty good. It says, had Hampton in all those leagues and Bucky. Oof. Big oofs. Big oofs, my boys. Big oofs. It says, it's tough to win fantasy with your running backs being down. Yeah, that's been everything this year, honestly. Unless you have Jonathan Taylor. Bijan Robinson's been healthy, but he's been playing like crap. If you have Christian McCaffrey as well, he's arguably the number 2, tied as number 1 running back. Obviously, Jonathan Taylor takes the cake, in my opinion, as he's been having some insane stat lines. But yeah, if you've had any other running back, it's either been like, injuries here and there, or injured and out for the season, stuff like that. And then we have all these backup running backs that play well some weeks and then end up being crappy the next, and then get benched and then come back and play the next week. And so you're just dropping and switching out running backs every single week, and everybody's fighting for the same people. So it kind of sucks, but that's just the way fantasy rolls out this year. And obviously, your wide receivers are king this year. So if you didn't draft wide receivers in the first and second round, you're probably hurting here, because you probably drafted some running backs that got hurt really, really high. It says he got a concussion. They put Russell Wilson in. Oh, goodness gracious, poor guy. It says Dart left early and might have a concussion. He probably does have a concussion. Aflac commercial. Oh, I'm watching one of the NFL commercials here. This could be anyone's year. It's Seahawks year. Done and done. Spoiling them commercials. Brandon, you don't even like commercials. It says no timetable for Bucky's return. Yeah, he's probably going to be out for an extended period of time. So that is what it is, Buccaneers are still playing well, though. They're winning a lot, so that's good for them. 6-3, I think they are. It says, why the F was Bucky not put on IR? He was dancing pregame and with Sterling Shepard. I don't know, man. Who knows? It could be underlying things, or it could just be, they're playing it safe, stuff like that. But yeah, he's dancing on the other side of the field with an opponent. Or no, Sterling Shepard is actually a Buccaneer, yeah. So it is what it is. F it. It says, I'm mad I faded JSN. I couldn't get a read on him. Hey, man. Should have kept him. We told you. Reed told you. I told you. I was like, he might not be like DK level for a little bit, but then he'll ramp up, stuff like that. And sure enough, best wide receiver in the league by 200 freaking yards. Jamar Chase is in second place, and we've already had our bye week. He's still 300 above anybody else besides Chase. So pretty crazy. Because I was shocked Dayball got fired. Me too. I thought they were going to do it at the end of the year. I did not think they would go mid-season. Obviously, their shots at making the playoffs are very minimal now. But now even more, they have, Jackson Dart hurt. And obviously, now Brian Daboll got fired. So now the whole organization is in turmoil. I do think Joe, the GM, I forgot his last name, I think he will get canned as well fairly soon, because he just made some horrible decisions, and him and Daboll were like this on the decision making. So yeah, we'll see. I think his name is Joe Schoen or something like that. Joe Show. How about them Patriots? Patriots are really good, man. Also 7-2, I believe. Something like that. Yeah, 7-2, I believe. So they're also playing really well. Good for them. Batted ball there. Yeah, so it's going into a punt, as Dizzle says here. It says, is White starting next game for the Bucks? Yeah, he should be starting, as long as he's healthy too. I know he was going through some injuries, but I think he's been playing with them. Yeah, but this game is crazy, man. Still 0-0 in this, going towards the end of the second quarter. And look at that hold there on Jalen Carter. He still gets the batted ball. So really, really good for him. Let's see. Got some messages here for voting stuff. Some work emails. Ooh, the Spurs are playing. Can't watch that right now because I'm watching this game. I mean, I can watch it, but yeah, we're watching this game. Let's see. It says, I saw crazy New York Giants conspiracy said gonna sign GM's kid in a few years and hire some college head coach. I mean, he's the one that told them to get Jaden Daniels, I think, and they didn't. Obviously, he didn't fall to them, or I think he did actually. I don't remember how that draft went, but there was 3 receivers taken at 1, 2, 3. I think that was the year that it went Anthony Richardson or something like that. I don't remember. that draft was crazy in my opinion. I think that was when we were live in Detroit, so a lot of stuff was happening. But yeah, I saw a crazy. There you go. It says, how are the fish getting transported? Tank's looking a bit green. Not gonna lie. Yeah, it's always green. They have like this sediment down here on the bottom, if you can see it. Uh, it holds on to like microbiomes or whatever. So this tank also with the tree trunk there is real wood. So that real wood sends out something like I forgot what the word is, but it's like some type of thing that naturally gets released from the wood. Cannot remember to save my life right now. Um, and it releases that into the water, so the water will continuously like brown like how a natural river does, since there's no rocks or anything in there to like filter out all the sediment that gets thrown out there. That's why I have these bubblers to kind of keep the water moving right there, as well as the tanks over here. The tanks are also flowing the water on the top. But yeah, these bubblers here do a really good job of moving everything. So it'll continue to be green, but I'm going to transport them in those 5-gallon bales from Home Depot or Lowe's. So I'm going to get a bunch of their water, at least like half the tank of water, and take that with me. The rest I'm going to drain out and then just take the tank. And so they're going to be transported in those 5-gallon tubs. That's just the easiest way. And also, I don't want to stress them out, so I'm going to put one in each bucket and set up their tank at the house, transport them, fill it all up again, and then slowly put them back in there after the filters have been running for a little bit. So it'll take like a couple of hours. They should be good to go. They're pretty hardy fish. I'm just going to put a little bubbler inside their thing, so that way they can get oxygenation throughout the whole time. So should be fine. But yeah, that's how I'm going to transport them. I also have a little fish. I don't think you can see him, but there's like a little sucker fish somewhere. He like is the algae eater. He's also getting pretty big. I think he's about like 4 inches now. That black fish right there, he's about 7 inches. And then this orange fish, he or she is about 4.5. We got the black one first and then the orange one later. It says, no, he didn't. New York Giants couldn't move up. Went Williams, Daniels, May. There you go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so they couldn't move up or anything, so they just had to get who they got. But yeah, so that's how everything shook out. Oh, yeah, they got a defensive player that year, right? Or was it Neighbors? It might have been Neighbors. I think that's who they ended up getting. Yeah, it says I might go to the Texans Bills November 20th. Nice. Is that one Thursday night football? Because we're going to a game on the 23rd on a Sunday, so I'm assuming that's Thursday night football. That would be really cool. That's actually going to be a fairly good game. Texans have a really good defense. Bills are up and down, but you'll get to see Josh Allen and all that. That's pretty awesome. As we have an injury here. Who's that? Is that Jurgens or whatever? Their center. Oh, Lane Johnson. Who am I saying? Jurgens? Yeah, I don't know. It says, how far is this place from the new house? It's like 10 minutes. So if anything, it's going to take longer for me to drain this than it is for me to transport all this stuff. It'll take me like 2 minutes after the tank is all taken out. So it's a 75-gallon tank. So I have to take out all the water. Take at least like 7 buckets of water, 5 gallons. It should be like around 35 gallons of water, hopefully, and then transport it. So it won't take that long. If anything, 2 hours max as I set everything up. I also got to take this table. But on that day when we transport that, this is the only thing that I'm transporting. So this is the only thing I have to worry about putting in my truck and making sure it gets there, in one piece. It says they got Neighbors. Yeah. Marv went 4. Same town. Yeah, same town. I live here in San Antonio, Texas. Gonna stay here in San Antonio, Texas. So yeah. Yep. That's the plan there. Let's see. 3rd and 2 here for the Eagles. Let's see if they get this. They haven't got the last 3 third downs. So as you can tell, obviously this game is it's just defensive. The lines are getting there. It looks like there's a flag here, so it might be, PI. It says, is AJ not live to go on live streams for games anymore? He usually does a fantasy video tonight. So he focuses on that, and I focus here on the lives. It's usually supposed to be me and Reed focusing here on the lives, but it is what it is. So I don't mind it at all. As long as you guys are in here with me, I really do not mind doing these by myself. I just I need to have people in here, because if not, I'm just like here twiddling my thumbs, and I'm just like, oh, what do I do? What do I talk about? So you guys make it a whole lot easier, in my opinion, when you guys are here and ready to kind of go with me. So as long as I got y'all in the chat, I'm 100% good. Andrew says, yeah. Since the game is a snoozer, yeah, it is, but the chat is live. So that's all I care about. Obviously, it would be so crazy if this game went to overtime 0-0. That would be kind of weird. Dizzle would automatically, win the most money in his life. So we'll see. As Lane Johnson is looking like he's going to walk into the locker room. Looks like maybe something in his leg that got injured there. Says, sorry, I was going to join live, but I failed you. No, you're good, man. Don't worry about it at all. I really do enjoy just kind of being on here and talking, and this is like my de-stress time. At work, I work hard and stuff like that, deal with a lot of patients and everything. Get to come home on Monday, watch some football as Barkley goes for a big run there, but there might be a holding call. It might be coming back. We'll see. But yeah, so I really enjoy all this stuff. It's no problem at all. Like I said, as long as we got a couple people on here commenting, like you, Andrea, Brandon, Pareko, a couple of y'all in here. So it's awesome. Sam was in here for a little bit. I know he's probably working tonight. But yeah, so a lot of fun stuff, in my opinion. As long as y'all are here, I'm good with it. It says under 45.5 is a sweat, RN. Yeah, I mean, you got the best deal. What is the over under now? Is it down to like 31 or something, or even in the high 20s? It says it might be a hurt knee. Oof. Yeah. I mean, that's a big loss for the Eagles. That's one of their best and most consistent linemen. As my game here is getting so glitchy, see a big hole that Tank Bixby just ran through, and then it's fast forwarded to where we're at right now. 2nd down is probably like 20. Yeah, 2nd and 20. 4 minutes left on the clock here before halftime. Again, guys, I will be back after halftime. So go ahead and check back in. Oh my goodness, it's 23.5. Oh my gosh, how it's fallen from grace. But you never know, man. Obviously, cash out is 910. What was your goal? Was it 926 or something like that? What was like the max cash out for you? Cannot remember. Oh, my TV just restarted. Let me get back on the game. 962 is the payout. You want to risk it for $52 more? I think it's worth it. I don't think they're going to score a whole bunch of points. So I think you should be good. Let's see. I'm going to turn off my TV, turn it back on. I don't think I'm really missing much. This game, like Dizzle said, is a kind of snoozer. So let's turn the TV back on. Let's check what's going on. Oops. Turned it back off again. I'm impatient. But yeah, what else is going on with y'all in life? Anything fun? I think the New York Marathon just happened. Dizzle, why didn't you go do it? I was waiting for you to come out in one of the videos or something. Dizzle wearing like a costume or like a Speedo or something. He says, buddy. What are you gonna say, Dizzle? Better not be out of pocket. I'm not gonna put it up here. Yeah, my Wi-Fi is just going slow. Ooh, is there snow here in Buffalo, New York? Is that where you live at, Andrea? Or are you just visiting over there? It says if anything, I throw $50 on some alternate line over 40 or something. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get you. I get you. So if anything, you're covering your bases, basically. Let's see. There you go. That's on. It says I'm a 5K guy, brother. Turkey trot. Oh yeah, you're gonna do the turkey trot. You better send a. You better be wearing a cool costume or something, or a cool shirt. Especially during those turkey trots, you got to go all out for the festivities. That's what I used to do. We used to wear like tank tops that had something like printed on them every now and then. I haven't done a 5K in a long time, as you can tell. I got a big old belly down here now. Not really, but you know, I'm not in running shape anymore like I used to. Used to be when I was skinnier. And you say, "Oh, really? Wow, you live there? That's pretty cool. I did not know that, Andrea. That's pretty awesome. Do you like it up there? Is like the weather like perfect for you? 'Cause I enjoy the cold weather, but obviously I live down here in Texas where it's hot all the time. I was just born and raised here, and yeah, I've never wanted to move away, even though I hate sweating so much with all this heat. As we get another punt here right before the 2-minute warning. It should send us to the 2-minute warning here. So let's see if we get a run back. And we do. Is that Romeo Dobbs? So yeah, that's Romeo Dobbs. You can't miss his helmet. So we get a little bit of a run back here. Nothing too crazy. It says I'm going tarps off. It's going to be like 40 degrees at best. You better have some Band-Aids right here, brother. Right there on the chest. Some Band-Aids. But that's funny. Hungover AF from Thanksgiving Eve. Nice. What do you guys drink on Thanksgiving Eve? You guys do like what's it called? Like a rum or something? Or do you guys go like straight some type of liquor? You drink beer? You know, what do you do? What's your drink of choice? It says yes, born and raised here too. Wow, nice. That's pretty cool. I like it. I like having people from all over the country as well as all over the world, if possible. Since we do have a couple people from Canada, I think for some time we also had some guy from Germany was watching us. Yeah, but he's not a faithful anymore, so it is what it is. Since last year I couldn't even drive to the race. I ran it in 1830 this year. I'm trying to stick to high noons. High noons, yeah, I've heard of those. But yeah, this night before and run under 18. I've been training a lot last month or so. Yeah. What have you gotten so far on your average mile time when you're like running just for training purposes? That's pretty good. A 6-minute mile every mile, give or take. That 30 seconds is for the extra couple of yards on the 5K. It's like 3.2 or something like that, right? 3.1 something. Forgot what it is. But yeah. It says last year was a lot of Tito's and lemonade. Oh, Tito's and lemonade will get you, brother. Tastes so good. Tito's just mixes right in there. My wife used to drink a lot of cranberry and vodkas, and that stuff would creep in on her so hard. She'd have like 2, and she'd be like, "Oh, go give me another one," and she'd be like, "Ooh," like all tipsy. So it's super funny to watch that. So we all need to gather up one day, Dizzle, and we're just gonna get you drunk, plastered. We'll get drunk with you too, but obviously safely. Somewhere at maybe your new house when you get your new crib, or you come down here and come to mine or AJ's crib or something. Go out for a little bit. He says, "I'll tell you what, great detox though, and love to eat after with no guilt." Yeah, pretty much. I switched to vodka and Red Bull. Yeah. We used to do like Jaeger bombs and stuff with the Red Bull and the Jägermeister. That stuff didn't taste very good, but it definitely perked you up for the night. with all the adrenaline and everything. So all the caffeine in it. It says I've been doing a lot of tempo runs, 6:15 pace. That's pretty good for 4 miles and a half splits at 5 minute pace. My gas tank just needs to hold up, which I think it will. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing that for 4 miles and then you're doing half-mile splits as kind of like a cool down, just to kind of keep the body churning, to keep the energy stores or start making the energy stores go up, you definitely should be good for a 5K. So it's not bad, man. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I like it. But yeah, I've seen people who do like those marathons or even the half marathons, and it's crazy, man. Like to run for like 3 to 5 hours if you're like at a fast pace is pretty wild. I don't know how those professionals do it and run it under. I think the record now is under 2 hours, and it's been, for a couple of runners under 2 hours for quite some time. It says I need this vodka lemonade drink AJ makes. He told you about that? No, believe it or not, a little story time. So hopefully AJ doesn't mind me sharing this. I took AJ, I believe, to his first ever kickback party, and I got him absolutely hammered to the point where he was trying to run away, and I had to protect him and make sure that he didn't go and get ransacked or beat up or something. AJ's always been like a very like big guy, like muscular wise. Even in high school, he's bigger now, obviously, like muscle wise. But in high school, he was always been strong. So I had to make sure that he doesn't go and fight people when I took him to parties. It says Friday I ran 4.5 at 6:25. Then last half mile, 5 minute pace, and had a little left. Nice, that's pretty good. I like that. That's some good training, honestly. Did you run in high school, Dizzle? Or you just kind of started running after you graduated? It says I could keep a marathon pace around 7 minutes, but not 5 like those marathons. Yeah, they're crazy, dude. I don't know how they do it. As we have the Packers driving here, they have a 1st and 10 inside their own 50-yard line. So let's see. It looks like, oh goodness, it's just a Josh Jacobs show. So if you have Josh Jacobs, I think Andrea is going against Josh Jacobs, so we need him to slow down, and we need Saquon to do a lot better. This is ages a minute. Yeah. I kind of turned him into that, he never had really gone to any parties or anything like that. He would go out and socialize and all that stuff, maybe drink with a few people. But since we were pretty close friends back in high school and still are today, obviously, me, AJ, and Reed are the bestest of friends, all that stuff. We do a lot of trips together. We, play, we have game nights together, everything like that. So yeah, we used to go everywhere all the time. The only person that I would never take was Reed, because Reed didn't like going to those. So we respected that, and we would just go on our own. And we had our time with Reed when we do game nights and stuff like that, or go to the movies, or parties and all that stuff. So yeah, if for any of y'all who don't drink or anything, good for you. Nothing bad about that at all. Drink socially, not to hide the pain or anything like that stuff. Once you need it, like I can go without drinking for like a whole year if I needed to, but once you like become dependent on it because of stress or something like that, or mental health, it's always good to stop and get some help, stuff like that. We're always here to talk too, so any of y'all need some help or anything, let me know. Same for AJ and Reed. Pretty sure they'll answer to you. It says, no, I've only ran for 2 years. Oh, that's pretty good then. What got you into running? Is there any specific thing? It says, oh, I know. So I played hockey and baseball in high school and baseball in college. Oh, nice. There you go. Where were you at? Were you at like a D3, D2, D1? I know in Massachusetts they have like UMass and all that stuff. A couple other places. Where did you go to college? I don't think I've ever asked, or if I did, I don't remember. It says, no, I just play men's leagues, hockey, slow pitch softball, and obviously lots of golf. Yeah, I've seen your golf player. It's pretty funny. You're over there smacking up against fruit and apples and stuff, destroying nature with your clubs. It says high noons are my go-to. It's a vodka seltzer. Run you $11 for a 4-pack though. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen high noons. I don't like any of that stuff. I hate seltzers in general. Like any type of like soda water, anything that just has fizz. Oh, Lane Johnson, be on the little card there. That's so cool. It's like a little. That's like a little Ballymore thing. They're just like taking him on there. So it's his ankle. That sucks. He wasn't a big boozer in high school. That's good. D2. Nice. Called Bentley. It's a business school. There you go. That's where you got your business stuff at. That's pretty cool, dude. Very, very cool. As Dobbs with his big old helmet gets the ball there. 38 seconds left. 1st and 10. Packers are looking to score here for the first score of the game. I believe they're creeping up close to the red zone here. Should be somewhere around the 25, I believe. That's what I saw. I started running because I told myself I need to get back into shape. Then kind of just got addicted. Good thing to get addicted. Yeah, it's a good thing to get addicted to, but obviously take care of your body, all that stuff. Do your ice bath plunges. Definitely keep up. You keep up with your diet. We've already kind of noticed that. You eat pretty healthy. You keep hydrated, it seems. Besides when you go and drink a bunch of high noons before a race, like the turkey trot. But other than that, I mean, you're still fairly young. You can keep up with it and stuff like that. And like I said, you have a good diet. So that helps. It says, I can't do beer anymore. It doesn't sit well with my stomach. Yeah. There was a point in time you can ask AJ. We used to go to the bar all the time. We would just drink beer nonstop. Like we'd be there for a Sunday night football game, and we'd just be like slamming them. Like I mean, every 30 minutes was like a new beer. And same thing for like when we were at each other's houses or something like that. Just like drinking. And then we started getting into liquor and stuff like that. So we kind of slowed down with the beer, but we still drink beer from time to time. Now we do like the tall boys. We do like 2 of them, maybe 3. But yeah, especially when we eat barbecue and stuff, it doesn't sit right in my stomach either. So I still drink it though. But now we've kind of gone more to like liquor, like bourbon and scotch and types of rye and all that stuff. So we kind of just sip now. We're like Reed's the real bourbon and whiskey connoisseur. He shows us a lot of whiskeys that he likes, and they all except for one, he gave me one that I hated so much that I just could not even finish it. It tasted so bad, just for my palate at least. But Reed liked it, but it was very strong. So very, very strong. It says this dude's walking slow AF off the field. He says, "Oh, I eat very well. I love J Love." What's going on? What was that? It says, "What's the drink at an AJ barbecue?" I'm a Dos Equis guy. I like Dos Equis beer. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Are they going to call it a fumble? I'm assuming that's the play you're talking about, Dizzle. I'm a Dos Equis guy, but I also have a bar just full of whiskey and rye, and I think I have 1 scotch. So usually at an AJ barbecue, I will take, my Dos Equis. So I'll buy like a 6-pack or something and just take it over there. Probably drink like 4 of them. Leave the other 2 there for another time that I go to AJ's, and he has this wine/beer cooler where he keeps everything at. So that's my drink of choice. I put a lime in it and everything. Put some salt or tahini on the rim, stuff like that, just for taste. But if not, then I take my whiskey, my bourbon, and I just sip on that with a little bit of ice, kind of like on the rocks type of deal. But yeah, that's a fumble. Jacoby Dean. And yeah, the Eagles land on top of it. So looks like we have less than, I think, half a minute here, and the Eagles have the ball. So we might go into halftime a 0-0 game here. Pretty crazy. It says, I golfed with an absolute legend yesterday. No frozen margs or margs at AJ's. Nah, we don't drink that stuff. One of our friends does. He likes what we call the fruity drinks. But sometimes when we have functions where his family is there, they make margaritas as well as like we call it jungle juice. I don't know if you guys ever called it anything, but basically it's just like some punch, punch and liquor. Basically, is what the jungle juice is, and that's what we call it. It's the slang down here. It says, "Get to the cart already." Two empty Doctor McLicooties in the back of the cart. Oh my goodness! So it looks like Jalen Hurts will run for a little bit here. 16 seconds left to go. It says this guy was drinking Crown Royal out of a flask and 2 cigs a hole. Was it like the guy who just stands there on his clubs and he's just like leaning on his clubs and he's just like staring at you like that, and just like kind of like that meme or whatever. I'm pretty sure you've seen it with the guy with the colorful shirt. I forgot his name, but yeah, it's kind of probably like that. It says, "I'm a fruity drink guy." Hey, more to you, man. You know, fruity drinks actually get you more drunk because of all the sugar in there. It kind of dehydrates you, and you get more drunk based off those. And they usually have a higher alcohol tolerant or alcohol consumption, like kind of thing per drink. Their percentage, alcohol percentage. That's the word I'm looking for. 0-0 into half. LOL. Yeah, at 9 a.m. At 9 a.m., he was drinking Crown Royal from a flask and having 2 cigs. Jeez, what a guy! Don't be like that guy, Dizzle. That's not something to strive for. Says, haha, no, not even a big guy either, just an absolute savage. Great golfer too. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, not bad. Andrea says halftime. Yep. So we will go into half here as they just run out the clock with Wolf Shipley there. Again, guys, thank you for being here. I'll be back after halftime. Go ahead and get yourself a little snack, go to the restroom, take your dog out or something like that. And first scoreless half since 2009, and Dizzle took the under. He says, so. Yeah. But all right, guys. He says, see you in a bit, Vincent. No problem, my guy. I will see you guys in a little bit. Again, thank you. And make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we will be right back. Oops, sorry. Thank you, Dizzle, as I just saw this right here. Basically, what I was saying was, what do you guys think of this game 0-0? A little bit too much defense for me and a lot of sloppy offense. What do you guys think? It says, what's up, everyone? Daniel Barry Sports Highlight, 5851. Nice to see you in here, man. How you doing? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I got you. He said, he's back. I'm back, and now you can hear me. Yeah, just forgot to turn that one on. But yeah, I mean, 0-0. I don't really know what else to think about this game. I hope there's some more offense. Um, Obviously, the more offense right now, the better as we get into the second half. Each team will make their adjustments to try to win this game after a 0-0 start. A lot of bad offensive play, in my opinion. It says never too much defense when you have the under. Exactly. For you, this is a great game, but definitely would like a little bit more points here. There's Dallas Goddard. Not bad. I gotta check fantasy. I know I have Dallas Goddard in my dynasty, which I was supposed to lose, but now let's see what the score is here. Oh yeah, I'm still way behind. Yep, just big stinker of a week. All right, so 1st and 10 here for the Eagles. Let's see. It says, Vince, how are you watching the game? Want me to send TD Selly? Sure, why not? Is that Dallas Goddard? Yeah, Dallas Goddard, baby. Love Dallas. Said, yes, how you're watching the game. I'm watching on the NFL app. I have my TV directly above where my computer is. So, like, this is where my computer ends, and my TV starts, like, right here. So that's why I'm always looking up, watching the game, stuff like that. But yeah, that's how I am watching it. How are you watching it? You watching it on your big screen TV there in your little house that you go to? Your side house that your parents have for you? Kicked you out into the outhouse? Let's see. So Jalen Hurts with a little bit of an overthrow to Calcaterra there, I believe who that was. Yeah, Calcaterra, the other tight end. Says just sent it. Send it on Snapchat. Send it in Discord. Probably Snapchat. Let's check what this guy's doing. Saquon here with a couple yards. Let's see.
Couple days overdue, but here's the touchdown, Sully.
Touchdown, Sully. With the abs out, Dizzle. Jeez. Trying to flex on everyone here. Oh, yeah, it says 1 week ago from memories. That's funny.
Couple days overdue, but
That's hilarious. It says, I'm in the living room sleeping with the dog. There you go. Got the princess with you. It says snap, yeah. That's funny. That's what I'm going to do right now when the Eagles score. Because it looks like they're driving and it looks like they'll get some points here. He says it would go viral. Yeah, it probably would, man. Probably would. They'd say you have Lamar Jackson hair, right? So funny. And it seems like this whole drive is just Dallas Goddard. I think the only other guy that's touched the ball there is Saquon Barkley. And they tried to get it to Calcaterra, but yeah, didn't get it. It says the McGregor walk is elite. Yeah, I mean, he coined it, man. And nobody could have done it better than him, to be honest. Especially at the time that he started doing it. It was just like an uproar, like the McGregor walk and everything. It says, that's what I'm going to do after I cross the finish line on the 5K. It says, I got them curls. Lamar wishes he had. You're funny, Dizzle. I'm sure he loves his hair. He's got money, so he can maintain it however he wants. Oh, Lane Johnson is back out on the sideline. See if he comes in after that ankle injury. We had to go to the locker room in the first half. 2nd and 4. A handoff here. Oh, and it looks like Tank Bixby gets stuffed. Who is that? Number 7. Oh, it's Quay Walker. Wow. Oh, the Billy strut afro is clean. Yeah, I like when he has his hair out in an afro, to be honest. Dizzle says, we might get points. I know. I'm going to have to eat my words here because I'm going to have to edit the score and everything. But yeah, we just might, if not a touchdown, I'm pretty sure we'll get a field goal attempt and see if they make it. So let's see what we can do here. Almost inside the red zone here, just a half yard out or a third of a yard out. And it looks like they'll get moved farther back with the delay of game. Wow. I guess it's loud at Lambeau. Can't hear Jalen Hurts and his cadence. Let's see. Points. Just not more than 45.5, right, Dizzle? Not more than 45.5. It says 3-0. Under is looking shaky now. Oh, 3-0. So it looks like they're going to get a field goal here. It looks like Dizzle's in trouble. We're about to get 43 more points on the board within the next 15 25 minutes. So funny. Will Shipley runs the ball here for me, at least, and it looks like we'll have like a 4th and 7 or so. And it looks like we will get the field goal even out. 4th and 8. Let's see. First points of the game. It says live over and under is 19.5. That's so crazy. That is wild. It's probably going to go up. But you never know. Jake Elliott here is 90% from 30 to 39, and he gets this one on the board. So let's go ahead and update the score. I'll put it up for you guys right now in a bit just to be a little bit thorough. Let's get it up here. It's loading. There we go. Eagles 3, Packers 0. Let's see. It says gonna be feels like 25 tomorrow. Should I golf? Why not, man? Go do it with your shirt off. Send a snap. You gotta rip your shirt off, hit the driver with one hand, and then do a backflip after, and then you'll go viral. I'll be your first like and repost or whatever if you do it on TikTok. Let's see. Do you play any games like Xbox, PlayStation, computer games, or anything like that? You just love the tarps off, huh? Tarps off's the only way to go, bro. I would do it too, but I'd get striked. I had my fan on full blast here because if not, I'd be sweating. That's because I think here in San Antonio, what's the weather like right now over there for you, Dizzle? Here for us, it is a crisp 47 right outside my apartment here in San Antonio. What is it in Massachusetts at this point in time? Yeah, I think tomorrow in the morning it's going to be 40 when I wake up to go to work. So, 7-degree drop here from 9 p.m. where I'm at to 7 p.m. when I usually walk out of my door. Probably walk out a little bit earlier tomorrow, like 6:50ish. So 40 degrees around that time. So it says. Ooh, Texas and Georgia, Oklahoma, and who did they say that? I don't remember who it was. Let's see. Yeah, I just dropped 142 points in a my player game before Monday Night Football. Gym dinner, shower quick, my player game, easy payout, no work tomorrow. Going to the lady's house. Life is good. Nice, man. That's pretty good. Yeah, tomorrow I gotta work. But tomorrow we have somebody going over to the house to give us a quote to see how much it'll cost to install the rest of the flooring because I don't really want to do it anymore. Too tired. Too tired, and all I want to do is move in already and kind of get out of this apartment. The quicker we get out of here, the quicker, we have calm and just reorganizing types of things. So hopefully tomorrow they give us a good quote. We'll see. It says 40 feels like 30 RN. Got a cold front coming in, though. High of 38 tomorrow. Yeah, I think our high is still like in the 50s. Oh, no, 64 tomorrow is the high. Usually when the sun comes out. No, actually tomorrow 71 is the high. 39 is the low. So yeah, so your high tomorrow is our low. But that's what a couple thousand miles would do to you. Makes it colder up there. Cooper DeJean. Says I watched this movie Windy River with Jeremy Renner and Liz Olsen. Elizabeth Olsen? It was actually pretty good. Oh, is that one of those love stories or whatever? That's kind of the movies that Elizabeth Olsen does. If that's who you're talking about. There you go. They're just gonna keep hammering it with Josh Jacobs. Ooh, the Spurs are trailing by 4 to the Chicago Bulls. Reed's favorite NBA team is the Chicago Bulls, and mine and AJ's is the San Antonio Spurs. So I think it's been like maybe 3 out of the past 4 years we've gone to a Spurs game here in San Antonio when they played the Chicago Bulls. And every single time I think we've won. The Spurs have won. So maybe the Bulls will get one on us as they've been also doing pretty good this year. It says, y'all Southern peeps are also fairies when it comes to weather. I actually like the cold. At this weather and time, like when it's in the 40s, 50s, I walk outside with just like a regular shirt. I just walk. So I don't really mind it, to be honest. What I mind is the snow and ice because down here in Texas, we just do not know how to plan for that because it usually doesn't really happen. Yeah, I don't mind snow, but I hate driving in snow. I have all-terrain tires and everything, but like I said, the roads here are just not made at all for it. So he says it's a murder mystery movie. Oh, really? I might have to watch that with my wife. We love those movies. Same thing with like the what's it called? Hold up, watching this play. Oh, first down. Okay. Wicks there with the first down. It's Hawkeye and Wanda. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. That is them. Jeremy Renner. But yeah. Oh, yeah. Murder mysteries are awesome. So probably going to have to watch that. But it's like that glass onion or something. I forgot what it's called. Those movies, murder mystery movies on Netflix. I love those movies too. I think there's a new one coming out like this December or something, or January. It says, when was the last time you got snow? Last year. I think last year in like January or February, it snowed up here. And nobody knew what to do. People were freaking crashing everywhere. I actually was in the city of Curva where I work and drove all the way up here. No skidding or anything, ice patches here and there, but I just kept driving over it with all-terrain tires on the highway. and they were salting the roads and everything, especially on the highways. And then I have my last turn to get into the parking lot, and I turned my wheel. I guess I was going a little too fast, and I fishtailed just a little bit, but then I kept going and I just evened out. So, like I said, in small towns, especially like Curvo and everything, they don't have the budget to have salt on hand. So yeah, so sometimes that happens. But yeah, that was the last time we got snow, so it was last year. So I think this year we might end up getting snow again. I had a friend who just posted on Snapchat. I think she lives a little bit north of here, and apparently it was snowing. So yeah, there's possibilities of snow here in Texas too. It says murder mysteries, not true story, but based on true events. Nice. I'm gonna have to watch it. Windy River. Yeah, Knives Out is fictional. This is more real. Yeah. Obviously, Knives Out is fictional. I know that. But that's pretty cool. If that one's pretty fairly real, then those are awesome. So it says big thing up north is big thing up north. We all but AWD cars. So all wheel drive. Yeah. Mine is just a rear wheel drive. So that's why I fishtailed. But yeah, all wheel drive, 4x4 type stuff. That helps. But yeah, like I said, regardless, down here in Texas, nobody knows how to drive. Anyways, we all speed. We all like run red lights and stop signs. Just do a stop and go type of thing, a roll and go or whatever. And yeah, everybody here is pretty bad about following the rules for driving. I don't know if it's the same up there. I know like in states, there's always areas where it's like reckless drivers and stuff like that who don't follow the street rules. It says Windy River. It's on Netflix, by the way, where I watched it. Oh, okay, yeah, cool. I'll tell my wife about it. We love those movies, so any other recommendations we would love to hear, especially on our days where we're relaxing, not doing housework and stuff like today. So it says elite plot twist. Yeah, don't give me any more spoilers. I wanna watch it. Windy River. Windy River. It says, "What do you think Wimby drives like that? Brother can't fit in cars." I don't know what he drives actually. Uh, I saw Tim Duncan like 3 or 4 months ago. He was driving his wife's Mercedes, a souped out Mercedes or something. And he was gassing up at the gas station, literally down the road here from my apartment, where I gas up too. And I saw him there, so I know for sure he lives like about maybe 5 minutes north of where I live right now at the apartment complex that I'm at. So, I mean, if Tim Duncan can fit in that extended BMW that they have, I'm pretty sure. Well, Wemby's like 5 inches taller, so I don't know. Maybe he doesn't drive, but he's a humble guy, so I'm pretty sure he does do some driving and stuff. But yeah, that'd be something to definitely check. But Wembanyama has 30 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists right now. What a guy. Let's actually check the Spurs app, see what the score is. Game should be ending. Punisher in the movie too, I think. Oh, awesome, yeah. I'm horrible with actors' names. But yeah, if you give me a face, I know who they are. It says Tim Duncan is the biggest no flex famous athlete of all time. Yeah, dude, he just like literally here in San Antonio, you can have Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, David Robinson, the Admiral is his nickname. Tim Duncan. Anybody can just walk down the road and people will ask for their autograph and stuff like that. But it's common knowledge here. Even like I'm not from San Antonio, but it's common knowledge. Like if you see somebody with their family, like you don't go up to them and ask for like pictures or signatures. Some people are okay with it, but sometimes the San Antonio Spurs guys, especially like Tim Duncan, especially when they're with family, they just want to be left alone. They just want to live their life, do regular things, even though they are superstars and all-star athletes and everything like that. Yeah, he just wants to be left alone sometimes. He comes out and he's in like, regular basketball shorts and a tank top and flip-flops and all that stuff. And, he just just going about his life now that he doesn't play basketball anymore. He still like obviously visits with the Spurs organization and everything. He was a coach there for a little bit too, so for the San Antonio Spurs. But yeah, I mean, like I saw him there, and I was gonna go ask him because he was pumping gas, like if I could like just like say hello and get a picture or something. But by the time that I got off my truck, he was already getting in his car, so I was like, that's okay, whatever. Like just cool enough to see Tim Duncan. But yeah, it says I'm sweating out this under now. You're funny, Dizzle. You'll be great, my guy. Don't worry. Eagles are driving though. Ooh, never mind. Saquon just gets met in the backfield, the loss of like 4 yards. Wow. Who's that? Devontae Wyatt? Yeah, Devontae Wyatt. Craziness, boys and girls. 0-3. There you go. The Spurs are up 117-114 in Chicago at United Center. So hopefully the Spurs can hold on. I believe if they go ahead and hold on here, they'll be 8-2 or something like that. I think this is the 10th game for them. Yeah, they'll be 8-2, second in the Western Conference, just behind the OKC Thunder, Oklahoma City Thunder, who sit at 10-1. Wow, they're still doing good after winning the championship this past year. It says live over unders 15.5. That's what 30 points under what you took it at beforehand. Well, you're about to turn that quick $500 into almost double with the 962 and some change. So that's pretty cool, man. Good bet. Let's see. Eagles will punt it here. No block or anything. Oh, but one of the players got pushed into the punter there, and we get a touchback. So no flag or anything. I'm gonna get this next one ready because it's already about to be the fourth quarter and it's 0-3. So might as well save this. But yeah, guys, 2 minutes, around 30 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Not the best performance from the Packers. I also had asked about this. I didn't ask Reed personally or anything, but is this going to be like the first time that the Packers lose 2 games in a row at home? If they don't win this game, as you can see right now, it's 0-3. This is another home game, and they just lost at home this past week in Week 9. So that'd be pretty crazy. Obviously, we go over there in 2 weeks also for Sunday Night Football, Packers versus Vikings. The Vikings just got an upset win last week this past week. No, last week against the Lions. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not looking good. Let's see. Dizzle sent me another snap. Jeez, you're gooning out here, buddy. You look like the Seattle the Seattle burglar or something. Massachusetts burglar. Let's see. Pats have the most trades at 105 since 2016. Doesn't feel like it. Oh, dang. You guys have that many trades? That's insane. But yeah. The Massachusetts burglar. The mass burglar. With your mask on, with the filter that you put on your Snapchat. This one, I'm going to show you. Dizzle, guys. Right there. In 5K, in 4K, 10K or whatever K it is now. Let's see. Did the Spurs win? The Spurs win. Should be enough time after a timeout. They should be fouling. Yeah, 119-115. 6 seconds left. That is game. So time to update my X Twitter name. I have the Spurs record in my name. So I'm a Spurs diehard. Oops. Wrong button. There you go. 8-2 Spurs dub. Let's see. Vince adding that picture to the spanked bank. You're funny, dude. Oh, good run by Josh Jacobs there. A little bit of an angry run as he was dragging Cooper DeJean behind him. Howie Roseman. Jeffrey Lurie. Wow. All these bigwigs up there in the press boxes, in the private suites and everything in this cold, cold weather. Let's see. Just gets it off. Love back to pass, and he finds his man Wicks. Deontavian Wicks there. Looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's see if it's like defensive holding or something. Yeah, defensive holding. Let's see. Josh Jacobs just runs for 3 yards every time, I swear. Yeah, he's a very consistent running back. The only time he had a bad year was obviously with that last year with the Raiders, which is why they were, willing to let him go. And now he's, he looks good with the Packers. They have a decent O-line. I'm not saying that their O-line is amazing or anything right now. But yeah, he looks good. That's crazy. Deontavian Wicks has 2 receptions for 24 yards, and that's the team high for receiving yards right now. It's insane. Oh my goodness. That's just the type of game it's been. Jalen Phillips, linebacker. Oh yeah, he's just pushing guys around there, getting pressure. Craziness. Vince, what do you know about dentistry? Not too much, honestly. The lower the number is on your gums, the better. That's what I know for sure. I have a bunch of 2s and 3s right now, and I need them to go down to 1s and 2s for my gum health. Nothing really. I've had braces before, the shifting of my teeth and all that stuff inside my mouth. Dentists have told me that I have really big molars for my mouth size or whatever, which is why they're always scraping on the inside of my gums. So every time a dentist looks inside my gums, he's like, "Oh, you have a lot of kind of scarring there." And I was like, "Yeah, it's my teeth. They just always kind of rub here." But yeah, other than that, I really don't know too much about dentistry. I know every tooth has a number, and that's how they code everything for insurance purposes and dentistry information, stuff like that. Yeah, that's about it. Why? You need some work done or whatever? I know you're using Invisalign. Are your teeth almost extremely 100% straight? I know the last time we talked about this, you said you had 6 more weeks or something. Or maybe more. I don't remember. Because I get 5 sets of refinements in my Invisalign, so I'm probably just going to use all of them. It's built into the price. You might as well. Why not? If it's built into the price, you might as well go get all of them, to be honest. But yeah, my braces, I got them taken off when I was 17 or whatever. So the shifting really doesn't happen very quickly. So when I got mine off, it's almost more than 10 years ago because I'm about to turn 28 in a few weeks. And really the only thing is just these teeth right there. These are shifted, the ones on the where you're looking at on the right side right here. It just shifted a little bit back. So that's really the only thing. But yeah, wear them. I mean, the refinements are good and all that, the retainer type things. It says projected to be done with first refinement on New Year's Eve. Oh, okay. So you still got some time then. You still got almost, what is it? 5 weeks, 5-6 weeks, something around that range, or maybe more, 6 or 7. Yeah, something like that. Let's check the calendar. Can't do math on the calendar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7.5 weeks. It says my bottom ones still need some work and the smile feels a little crooked. Yeah, that's okay. But yeah, like mine too. Mine don't match up. So like whenever I smile, like my bottom teeth, I guess the way my jaw is, like if you look at the crack right here on my bottom and top teeth, they don't line up either. So if your smile looks crooked, it's just the way your jaw is, you know. So like mine, like if you feel like your molars too, you can feel like which molar is directly under your other teeth and which one is not. So like for me, this side it's more under, which is why my teeth are a little bit shifted this way, just because that's just how my natural bite comes down. I don't know. I don't really know all that stuff, but I know this is the maxillar bone, this is the mandibular bone, and sometimes they just don't line up. So it is what it is, and teeth are teeth. They're there for eating and chewing and doing all that stuff, and we just like them for aesthetic purposes now. Because I started last March, that's pretty good. It's not bad compared to like with the braces. Like I had them on for like close to 2 years, I think. So for you to be doing them in March and finishing in your first refinement at least in January, it's pretty good. It'd be like a whole year maybe by the time you're done with your 5 refinements, however long that takes. I don't know what the spacing in between them is. It says I just want to be done around April and May. Yeah, so it's pretty good. I mean, still less than braces, to be honest. I don't know how bad your teeth were before, um, but yeah, it's probably your bottom teeth, right? A lot of people have the bottom teeth that are more shifted because it's smaller and it's easier for them to slide across each other. It says annoying not being able to snack on golf course. That's all right, man. That's all right. You can get your snacks later. You have a whole lifetime of snacking to do. It says, did you get any bonding or whitening done? Nope. Natural teeth. So, yeah, pretty much it. But I remember like where my braces were. They were stuck to my teeth on the bottom and top. So I had like a little white patch for a little bit. But all they said was just to brush my teeth like regular for a little bit, and that everything would kind of, like my teeth would stain back to like my original, like, you're not supposed to have like paper white teeth. You're supposed to have like a little bit of like tint of like gray or yellowish type of thing, which is kind of like how mine look like. But on the camera, they look pretty white. But like if I put, my wife's stickers here, you can see just how there's like a little tint to my teeth and stuff like that. But I keep some pretty good oral care, so never really have any problems of like major yellowing. I think I got a hair. Yeah, got one of my dog's hairs in my mouth, or one of my beard hairs. The first 30 trays did bulk of the work. Now it's just perfection. Yeah, perfecting it. Yeah, my bottom was worse and had a crossbite. Oh, okay. I got you. So I'm going to do whitening after the attachments they put on yellow. TF out to areas. Yeah. I mean, yeah, whatever, Like I said, I don't really care. People will always like compliment my smile and stuff, which, it's nice. And they always ask if I use like whitening strips and stuff like that, and I really don't. I think since my braces have come off, I've used like those Colgate whitening strips, like maybe like 5 times in total, just because my wife did it, and then she was like, "Oh, you want to do it?" And I was like, "Sure." And then like when I used to live at home with my parents, uh, like when I was 18 or 19, my mom had bought some too, and she's like, "Oh, you want to use some?" Like I used it like once or twice when I lived at home, and then maybe like once before I met my wife, and then probably like once or twice since I've been with my wife for the past like 3-4 years now. So I really don't use any whitening stuff like that, but yeah, whitening does help for sure. Just make sure you get the proper whitening, because then it could ruin your teeth enamel and everything. That's one thing for sure that I know about. That you're not supposed to do it over and over and over and over, because then your teeth get weak and you're more susceptible to cavities or like chipping a tooth or stuff like that. There you go. The Spurs beat Chicago 121-117. Victor Wembanyama ends with 38 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists. Sheesh. We the real deal. Go Spurs, go. GSG. All right, so the Packers can't get on the board again. I feel like they're in the range to, kick this ball. Oh, wow, there's no way. They get him at the 1. I think that was probably a touchback, but we'll see. Because I know once the ball passes that white line, it's considered a touchback. So we'll see. No spoilers. There's no spoilers. I want to find out myself. It says, so don't bond and whiten teeth after Invisalign. I don't know, man. You can ask your dentist, to be honest. If you go to the dentist, they'll probably let you know what's safe and stuff like that. The only thing that I know is that that guy, yeah, he was in the touchback. So right there, yeah, right foot is on the line, so that should be a touchback. But yeah, I don't know, honestly. I just have never done any whitening, and I've let my teeth naturally, go through the stages of the yellowing, and I use toothpaste that helps with like the whitening and stuff like that. But really, I've never really done anything like bonding or whitening or anything like that. But that's totally up to you. Your teeth, your body, your choice. Says UFC event at MSG this weekend is so weak. UFC is so weak without Connor. My brother actually watches UFC. There's a couple of guys that he likes that fight, but I really don't watch it, so I don't really know who is fighting at all. Says I got the dentist and orthodontist. Yeah, just ask them both. Tell them like, hey, like after I get these done, I want to do like some whitening and bonding. Like, would you recommend doing that? Right after I'm done with Invisalign, or should I wait a little bit, or blah 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 blah. Just ask them those questions. They're pretty good about letting you know their recommendations and stuff like that. And if you can ask both of them, that's even better, because then you get two perspectives, from the dentist's perspective as well as the orthodontist. Says I floss, brush, and mouthwash 3 times a day now with Invisalign. That's good. That's actually pretty good. I do it for sure. I always do it in the morning. Sometimes I get lazy and I don't do it at night. So I'm like on and off on like brushing my teeth twice a day, once in the morning, once at night. But yeah, I know that's like the recommended is once in the morning, once at night. But yeah, sometimes I'm lazy. And my teeth still look good. I mean, the dentist always said that I have like good enamel. My teeth are pretty healthy. No cavities. Haven't had a cavity since I was like 10 years old, in a baby tooth or whatever. And ever since then, I've never had a cavity. So pretty good streak for me, in my opinion. Let's go ahead and see. I think we have gone into the fourth quarter. What's this? 0-3. See if I changed it already. I think I did. Let's add this last file. I forgot that it's the fourth quarter. What are my fish doing? You can hear them swiping at the top of the thing. See, there you go. Fourth quarter, 0-3. Oh, Saquon Barkley. Yeah, a 5-yard run. It's a very interesting game, to be honest. Did not expect it to be this low scoring. Yeah, it's pretty wild. But it is what it is. The Packers are probably, unless they can do something at the last second, probably not going to win this game, and they're going to lose 3-0. Lambeau Field looks like it's still, loud and popping. Nobody's left. Everybody's standing up. Everybody's in coats, withstanding the cold there. So, let's see. It says over under is now 13.5. Yeah, that's pretty good over under now. I would choose the under, to be honest. It says I want to live bet Green Bay are in so bad. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. I do think they'll end up getting a field goal or a touchdown at the end of this for sure. It says they're gonna win 7-6. Never mind, GG. I guess something happened. Did they score right here or something? Don't tell me, Dizzle. You've already spoiled enough. Now I'm interested in seeing what happens here. Saquon, Juke. Oh, goodness. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so they're in field goal range now. Good job for Saquon. I hope that helps Andrea. I know Andrea was saying that she needed Saquon Barkley to outscore Josh Jacobs. So let's check. See how many points Saquon has. Let's see. Saquon Barkley has 11.4 points. And now let's check. Oh, hold on. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. There's the score there that Dizzle was alluding to. It is now 10-0. Dang. Not bad. Who was I going to check? Oh, yeah. Packers running back here. Josh Jacobs. Let's see how many points he has. He also has 11.2. So Andrea might still be up since Saquon Barkley and Josh Jacobs have literally the exact same points, off by 0.1. So that's pretty good. It says, I might lose in the Gold League. Ooh, I'm going to go check. And he says, AJ Brown is a stinker. Yeah, man. Feel bad for everybody who drafted that stinker of a player. Dizzle. Oh, yeah, you actually do. You might lose. Do you have AJ Brown? Oh, my gosh. That's so crazy. Dang, you're going to go down to 2-8. 2-8 if AJ Brown does not get anything, which he probably won't, to be honest. Big oofs. Big oofs in the chat for you, Dizzle there. Big oofs. Yeah, I put a crazy game up here. Let's see, I don't know, Reed couldn't pull it off against Kyrie. Jordan Love, Romeo Dobbs, and the Packers defense couldn't get him enough points. So it looks like Kyrie's streak stays alive. I believe he's won now, 6 in a row? Yeah, 6 in a row after this week. And Dizzle has lost 7 in a row now. Jeez, Dizzle. 7 in a row losing streak in the Gold League. Wild. I don't know which one's more impressive. 6 wins in a row or 7 losses in a row. Wow, playing. Good job, Dizzle. Arch Manning getting endorsements. This sounds about right. That's all right, man. It's a weird season. I will say that. This is the weirdest season for fantasy football for me in a long time. The only thing I'm grateful for is in 2 leagues I have JSN, and he's killing it. 1,041 yards already in only 9 games played. What a G. What a G. So he has 9 more games to play. If he goes on this pace, he could break 2,000. Obviously, the extra game there. But I still think, if he can hit the 2K mark, even with an extra game, he's one of the best to ever do it, to get that high of some yardage. says, I feel like never this many injuries. Yeah, this year was like an insane amount of injuries. I have no idea what's going on. Um, but this has been like the weirdest year for fantasy ever because of how many injuries have happened, especially to the running backs. Obviously, a couple quarterbacks usually happens every single year, but it just seems like a lot more like star players in the running back position have just gone down like flies, man. Like I think it was like week 6 or 7 where like there was like 4 injuries to running backs and like a couple other positions. It was just insane. It says, "Did you make any JSN prop bets?" Nah, I didn't. I was gonna put a prop bet on the over under for wins for the Seahawks. They had us at 8.5. We already have 7. We're 7-2. I should have put like $500 on that, along with maybe like us winning the division or something. Uh, that would have been a cool one. But yeah, I just didn't put any bets on that because we were saving for a house at that time. So I was kind of keeping all my cash strapped, and obviously, majority of it goes to bills, and everything else kind of goes to savings and all that for the house. But yeah, it's probably about it. Yeah. So Pat's was 7.5 or 8.5 also. Yeah, and you guys are also 7-2, right? So yeah, it's like any given season. They say any given Sunday, but for us, it's any given season. And we both believed in. I believed in my team. I don't know how much you believed in the Patriots, but I did believe they would be okay. I just didn't think they're going to be this good. So they're good in tight games for sure. There you go. Looks like Jordan Love is coming alive here. I think that was a pass to Bo Melton. Is Bo Melton 16? Yeah, Bo Melton. Yeah, like I said, it's just been a crazy season, man. Obviously, super grateful that the Seahawks are playing super well. JSN is having a career year. Same thing for Sam Darnold. Um, just a good year of football, in my opinion. Oh, the Pats are 8-2. They haven't had their bye week. Oh yeah, their bye week's in week 14. 8-2, playing the Jets this Thursday. Any given Thursday, man, you never know. The Jets just got a dub against the Browns. So who knows? Maybe they got a chip on their shoulder and they're gonna beat the Patriots. Their divisional game. But yeah, you guys should most likely go to 9-2 and obliterate that 7.5 or 8.5. Uh, prop bet. So super crazy. Love it, love it, love it. Maybe it'll be a Patriots and Seahawks Super Bowl. I saw something that this is like reminiscent of 2016 season when the Seahawks and Patriots was the Super Bowl and we lost at the 1 yard line, stuff like that. So you never know. Just Fields passing yards this year is insane. Yeah, I know, man. I think this past game he had like 80 passing yards or something. It's just so crazy. And one of them was like on a big chunk run for like 40 yards. Says they had 42 yard. Yeah, there you go. With Brees Hall, he had a 42-yard screen for Brees Hall. Other than that, 10 passing yards all game. Jesus, it was even less than I thought. That's so crazy. Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. We've seen Justin Fields play well before. And then we've also just seen him play like how he's playing right now. I don't know if it's the system from the team. I don't know. Obviously, Justin Fields is not, one of the best quarterbacks in the league whatsoever. He's probably not even in the top, 500, like percentage wise, like the first half of quarterbacks. He's probably closer towards the bottom half, especially after this year and how he's been playing. But yeah, definitely the system there does not help him, I think. He says, I'm starting to believe in Pats. Didn't think they would win in Tampa Bay. Yeah, I didn't think so either. I thought Tampa Bay was going to win that game. I thought it was going to be New England's first big game, like to kind of solidify themselves or show that maybe they might be pretenders. But yeah, they played good. So from what I saw from like stats and everything, I mean they played good. Let's see, 3rd and 8 here. This one's a very pivotal drive for the Packers. If they don't get this, it's going to be rough sledding. They need to at least get a field goal. There you go. They got the first down there. Dontavian Wicks. So it looks like the passing game is coming alive for Jordan Love here. They really need the touchdown here, in my opinion, because I don't know if they're going to be able to put another drive up like this. Oh, I forgot to mess with the score. Oops. 0-10. Let's see. I might be changing it in a little bit too. I just got back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, there you go. 0-10. It says they just showed AJ's dad in the stands. AJ Brown's dad? It says crazy what happens when you give Travion touch. Yeah, I know, dude. I saw a meme or whatever where Travion was running down the field and he was going for a touchdown, and he looked back at the coaches, basically like either dogging them down, like, this is what happens when you put me in, so put me in more, or he was like, I think there was some analyst saying that he was looking to them to see if he should score or if he should go down like inside the 5, something like that, so they could knee it out. But pretty crazy. Good for him, though. I hope he gets more touches because he's really good. It says offenses woke up trying to get 45 and a half. It says, damn, Green Bay live bet would have been sick when it was 10-0. Yeah, I got you. It says, no AJ NSP. Oh, really? You saw his dad there? It's like, I doubt it. I don't think they went to a game. There's Josh Jacobs. Oh. Inside the 10. Yeah, they definitely need this touchdown here. Let's see. Does he have long curly gray hair? No, he doesn't. He has super short hair, black. Oh, there he is. He gets the touchdown. So let me change the score again. I'm just going to put 7. If it's not, sue me. I'll change it real fast again. There you go, 7-10 now. Now the score's going up. So, Packers are still in this game. 5 minutes, 49 seconds left to play. Total game within reach here, honestly. 5 minutes in the fourth quarter can take an hour if we can, do it. There's over under up to 20.5. It's rising, Dizzle. It's rising. Before you know it, they're going to be at 45. You're in trouble. Oh, man, that's funny. Let's see. Dizzle says is gonna hit like crack having paycheck and bet hitting bank account on the same day. Sheesh. There you go, baby. Says just to send 2.3 to pay off CC or a big car bill. Oh, credit card. Oh, man. Credit cards are the worst, man. Can't have them high. I mean, I can't really talk. We just put a whole bunch of money on the credit cards for the house, for flooring and all that stuff. and we're about to put more probably to see if anybody's going to install the rest of the flooring for us. But yeah, credit cards are, they're a killer, man. It says have to get new tires, oil change alignment, and brake pads 1.8 and parts. Rest of it on labor and tax. Ah, that makes sense then. Yeah, those car bills can get pretty pricey. We just my wife has a Mercedes, and we took it in to get service and everything. And if you've ever owned anything like Audi or Mercedes, you only get your car maintenance like once a year, and so this one was like close to like it was like 1.8 also 1.8k what we paid, and so it was like, oh, I was like, here's my card, use it. I was like, damn, that one hurt. And then I have a few cards also for like the flights that we're doing for trips. We're going to Green Bay, obviously, in 2 weeks. Then I'm going to Florida in 4 weeks. And then we were supposed to go in January to Puerto Rico, which is where my wife is from, where her family lives at, and everything like that. But I think that one's getting canceled. So we have like 3K in flights on a credit card too. We're about to pay that off pretty soon, hopefully. Then Home Depot card we got to pay in January too, when I get my extra paycheck, and the wife gets some more money from some of the markets that she does for selling her items and stuff like that. So yeah, we got money rolling in, but definitely going straight to credit cards so that way we can kind of get everything under control and less debt to our names. It says, I knew it was coming. I budgeted for it. There you go. Good job. It says, my guy Simon gets my Audi right. There you go. Simon. There we go, baby. There we go. I don't know if you guys can hear my dogs, but my wife's just getting home with one of her girlfriends from Austin, Texas. Today's my wife's birthday. So hopefully this game ends soon so I can go spend some time with my wife before we have to ultimately go to sleep. Get ready for tomorrow. You can hear them barking like crazy. Let's see, Green Bay gonna win this game, hopefully. It says I call him Simeon. Oh, there you go. There's the Green Bay defense when they're needed. They needed that right there. Tackle in the backfield. Second down, and now what, 12 or 13, something like that. Happy birthday to the lady. I don't know, man. We'll see. I'm sure she's tired. I'm tired too. But I got her some gifts out there, so definitely gonna make her wait to open them until I'm done with this live. So let's see. 2nd and 12, yeah. Oh, goodness, Goddard getting to get turned in time. Keyshawn Nixon was right there, though. So Keyshawn Nixon was right there. Did he touch it? Oh, no. He had a hand on Goddard. Ball was a little too far anyways. I don't know if Goddard would have ever had a chance to get in. Well, her birthday gift was kind of the house, basically. Since we signed on the 7th, 3 days before her birthday, that was like the biggest birthday gift. But obviously, she's out there right now, so I can't really say what I got her. But I got her like a book. I got her her favorite snacks. Got her a card. Got her some flowers. So all the good stuff that you're supposed to get your wife. But we decided, since we're going on a trip for my birthday to Florida to Universal Studios, we're both not going to get each other like big gifts or anything this year. We'll wait for like Christmas, a few more weeks down the road. But even then, on Christmas, it's like we have like a little budget that we're doing, so that way we don't go over budget. So, because we got to make sure we pay the bills, especially the mortgage on January 1st. Some chocolates, yeah. She likes chocolate covered M&Ms and strawberries, so I got her some. So yeah, I got her some. So we're in the clear, boys. We're in the clear. I'm not putting that one up, Dizzle. You're funny. You're funny. Almost got me. Almost got me there. Let's see. 4.5 minutes. 2nd and 7. This is a big one. If the Packers can stop them here, this is a good stop and gives the Packers so much life. So it's 2 losses when allowing 16 points or fewer. It's tied for the most by any team. The Packers have done that this year. They lost to the Panthers 13-10, and then I believe they lost to somebody. I think the Browns. I don't remember. I think it was the Browns. But now they could lose here again. Not scoring more than 10 points, a loss of 10 points or less. It's crazy. It says, no work tomorrow. I don't know. I'm going to go to the gym in the AM or afternoon. There you go. There we go. It's an hour-long incline walk tomorrow. Ooh, there we go. Those incline walks really get you. You got to work on those shin muscles. If those are strong, then you're good. I used to do, what's it called? We would roll in like a rolling chair, and I would roll backwards to work on like the quads as well as those front muscles there on your lower leg on the opposite side of the calf. Just flush out the lactic acid. There you go. Slow and controlled, baby. Slow and controlled. Good little pace. It says they lost the Browns and Panthers. Yeah, it's crazy. And tied with the Cowboys. Yeah, 40-40. Glad I cashed out the season long on Bills and Packers division winners. Yeah, you took a little bit of a loss there, but you made it back. So definitely really good to do that. Obviously, the Packers still might win the division, but I don't think the Bills will. So you ever walk backwards on the treadmill? No, I really don't do any treadmill work. I don't like the treadmill because I have knee surgeries, and so all the pounding kind of hurts my knees after a while. So I try to stay away from treadmill. That's ultimately why I stopped running. So now I just do like weight training whenever I can, or body weight type stuff. Try to keep from pounding on my knees because when I get old, my knees are going to hate me from all that running and impact that I did. Actually cashed it out for $100 profit. Oh, nice. That's pretty good. It's probably when they were both up, right? So probably right on the cusp there with the Bills and Packers leading their divisions. And you said, F this. I don't think they'll do good. Cash out. All right, so 1st and 10 here for the Eagles. If they get one more, I think this game is, almost pretty much coming to a close. Packers still have 3 timeouts, but will it be enough? We'll see. It says treadmill is way easier on the knees. It just depends on the treadmill. Obviously, it's way better than running on cement. That's for sure. But yeah, I just don't like running on treadmills. I don't know. It's never been a thing that I've liked to do, and I feel like it's not a true indicator of like how far you're actually running. I don't know. It's just me. Like when I do a mile on the treadmill, it feels like I do it way faster than I would do a mile out on natural ground. I don't know. It says Bills lost to Atlanta, and I said I'm good whenever that was cashed out after the game. Okay. Not bad. Bills lost to the Dolphins this week. It's pretty crazy. I did not expect that whatsoever. It wasn't on my bingo card for this week for sure. But yeah, I guess, the Bills are, going to bill. They can't keep up the good streaks. It's sad. Sad, but it's true. It says people at the gym must hate me when I run sprints on. Oh man, it's worse than deadlifts. They probably hate you more than the deadlifts guy. So I agree with that take. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, just weird. I just don't like running on them. It feels. I also feel like I run too cautious on it, so that might be why I really don't like it. Because if you go too fast, then you'll hit the front skid plate, and if you go too slow, then your feet are, running off. Obviously, there's a big area for you to run on, but I don't know, it just doesn't feel right to me. It says I got to get back to running on the street. Props Saturday, nice long one outside. Yeah, obviously, yeah, I try my best not to run on concrete or anything like that, but obviously those are the best places to run because of safety wise, so you don't twist an ankle down on like the grass, or if you're running on like gravel or something. Gravel is obviously more safe than grass because you can actually see where the potholes are in the gravel, but not in the grass too much. So yeah, I don't know. When we were on cross country in high school and stuff like that, and I kept running a little bit afterwards, I just always like preferred running on like gravel, grass, dirt, everything like that instead of cement. We tried to stay away from cement as much as we could. Yeah, there you go. It says you got to find that rhythm. Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I'm not like a tempo runner. Um, like in cross country, I was never like a tempo runner. It was always like, keep up with some guy that is a good runner also, and then at the end is when you try to kick it out and beat him. Um, but yeah, there was one race where like I was on the possibility of like not being varsity for 1 week, and so I ran the JV race, and I was running all by myself because I was in first place throughout the whole damn race. And so that was like one of my most fun races because I was just running against the clock basically, and I had to outbeat the number 6 and 7th guy on the varsity run that they did that week, and I ended up tying exactly with the number 7 guy on our varsity team for cross country, the exact same time, but the coach ended up elevating me to the varsity district meet that year, and I ended up getting 4th on the team because I just did better than 3 other guys that ran at district, and that's how it worked out. So that was a fun time. But yeah, running against the clock is probably the toughest thing, in my opinion, because you have nobody to push you except your mental up here. And that's what I did that day, and it was pretty cool. I was proud of myself that day. I think that day I ran like a 19 or something like that on a 5K. Or actually, no, I don't know. It might have been like an 18. I think I ran like 1840 something. I don't remember. It was like my junior year, and it was that guy's senior year. He got kicked out because of me of the varsity meet for district. He was pissed, but it says I did 1 5K. I had no idea where to run. I was leading the pack. The course was so poorly mapped. Oh, I hate those, man. Like when they just like have a flag somewhere and it doesn't tell you which direction to run in, so you're just like choosing. I had that happen to a friend of mine who was in first place too, and he ended up getting moved down to 3rd because of a wrong turn, because somebody directed him to go the wrong way, and so he had to like climb back up. He still ended up getting 1st on the meet, but his time like dipped that day because obviously he took a wrong turn and he had to like rebound and catch back up. So that sucks for him. Green Bay is plus 240 to win right now. Oh, really? Wow. Because they have the ball, I guess. Yeah. When you have the ball in your hands, you have, more likelihood to win. But they're like way, way back there at the 10. So they got 90 yards to go. It says tiny ass arrow on the street pole. Yeah, dude. It's so dumb. I hate that stuff. And that's why we always tried to get like a map beforehand, before the race, and like studied it, so that way we could like memorize where we needed to turn at. And we would walk the course sometimes, or at least the areas that we knew were going to be tricky. Like we would always walk the courses for cross country, especially on varsity. I was varsity 4 years, from freshman to senior year, so like we would always walk the course. It was one of the things that I hated the most, but sometimes it did actually help, especially like when we went to regionals and stuff. We would always walk the course all the time. Those were the ones that were actually plotted the best, but we would always walk them, so we knew like where there was like a downgrade or an upgrade. Um, any patchy areas with a lot of holes, so we could be careful and stuff like that. Is cross country running on paths or streets? It's all of it. It just depends on where you're running. Most of the time, it's like grass. It's like in a field. Like down here, we have a lot of fields and a lot of. We do have some running paths and stuff that we run on and stuff. But most of the time, it was like at a school, and so you're running like on a canal part of the way, and then you're going down into a ditch and back up a hill, something like that. So like it's all different down here from where we would run. But up there in like regionals and stuff, it was like in a shooting range, like where they throw the little disc up and you shoot, the shotgun or whatever. I forgot what that's called. But yeah, that one was here in San Antonio at like a shooting range, and that was where our meet was at for regionals. So they closed the shooting range for the day, and all of us ran on that field. So it was pretty cool. So I stuck to sports with balls. Yeah, you like the balls, don't you, Dizzle? It says skeet shooting. Oh yeah, skeet shooting. Yeah, that's what it's called. So yeah, it was like on a skeet shooting range. And yeah, those were the most fun meets because those were the ones that were super serious in order to like make it to state. And we had a couple runners make it to state, but we never did as a team. But now, this high school that I went to, they placed in state this past year. So really proud of where the program has gone for sure. So Simon, my mechanic, does that. Talk to me for 45 minutes about it. Oh, he does like cross country running and stuff. That's pretty cool. How old is he? That's pretty cool though. Now, cross country was really fun. I enjoyed track more because it's more of like a team thing as well as an individual. Skeet shooting. I was like, dang, he does cross country. That's pretty cool. Oh, skeet shooting. That's cool. Yeah, I've never done it. I've seen it, but never really had like a passion for it. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. 100 pounds. That's wild. I mean, to lose 100 pounds is it's probably diet for him too. You ever seen a fit mechanic? Yeah, I have actually. There's one here in San Antonio that one of my friends from school took me to. This guy was pretty fit, pretty pretty bulky, but it was him and his brother who ran the shop. So yeah. All right, boys. A 2-minute warning out here in the fourth quarter. Game is almost over. But yeah, majority of mechanics are not fit. That's for sure. They eat a lot of bad food. That's why. It's just a skepticism. See, this game needs to end. Gotta go give my wife the presents. That guy's wearing a sloth thing, a sloth beanie next to Scott Van Pelt. It's funny. All right. So it looks like about 45 yards or 55 yards left to go. Is there at 35? I mean, basically, Green Bay just has to get into field goal range, and this will go into overtime. If it does, I don't know if I'm going to stay on, to be honest. But I think the Packers will try to go for the win here, obviously, as any team should, especially at home. But yeah, there's a lot of pressure there. I mean, Bo Melton was there, but he wouldn't have gotten out in time. It would have been picked by the safety. So good little check down there. Yeah, I don't think it's going to go to OT either. Like I said, I don't think the Packers are going to play for an overtime type of thing. Unless they really need to, like right now it's 3rd and 10, so obviously they need to pick this up. If not, they're really not going to get another chance to, get into field goal range. Yeah, man, hit his hands there. Just got pushed right at the correct spot. But let's see. Yeah, they did like crossers. Oh, yeah. Okay, 4th and 1. Ruh-roh. Let's see, this is garbage play call, so I'm assuming maybe the Packers here don't get this 4th down. And that might be game, to be honest, if they don't. Oh, goodness gracious. And they fumbled the ball. There's a flag, though. Somebody offsides. I think freaking Jalen Hurts just said BS. Oof. Oh, that should be game. That should be game. This is Green Bay plus 2,500. This under 45.5 was fun, though. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the defensive line just got penetration the whole way. So, yep. That is all she wrote there, boys and girls. So, minute 26 left to go. Obviously, the Eagles just need to get one first down, and virtually this is over. So Green Bay Packers only have 2 timeouts. So if they stop the clock on 1st and 2nd down, 3rd down, they can knee it out. And then the Packers can get the ball back maybe with like 10 seconds with the play clock running down, stuff like that. But yeah, this is not looking good for the Packers. They're going to lose at home again in a tough one. It says DraftKings better pay quick so I can send Venmo tonight. There you go. Yeah, this commercial break better end quick too. Pretty sure they want this game to end as much as we do. And that's the thing with the timeouts too. Like when they call a timeout, then they'll go to a quick commercial break, and it's like, oh, we'll be here for like 10 more minutes, guys. But if this game actually does turn around, I don't want it to be me getting off prematurely. But let's see. I'm gonna put this up prematurely. 7-10 final. Eagles win. So pretty crazy game. Did not expect it to go the way it did. But obviously, there's still a couple plays left. This is me prematurely putting up this 7-10 victory for the Eagles on this away game. As Phillips looks like he jars it loose, and Blankenship picks the ball up for the fumble recovery. Matt LaFleur was PO'd. Fun day football. Ooh, Monday on my birthday, December 8th. We're going to have the Eagles versus the Chargers in a ESPN Disney themed Monsters Inc. overlay or whatever. However they do that. Alrighty, so it looks like they will run this rock with Saquon. Hold on to the ball. Saquon, just go down. Run the clock here. Looks like the Packers will call a timeout. Matt LaFleur is PO'd, baby, PO'd. Michael Parsons, yeah. Oh man, he just gets freaking penetration like no tomorrow, and he's just as fast as Jalen Hurts. So it's crazy. But yeah, they've been doing pretty good on him. You know, they let him pass, but when he does pass, they move him out of the way. So yeah, a little bit of an underthrow there. Yeah, me too, man. I'm tired. I still got to go shower, get ready for tomorrow. Got a meeting at 8 o'clock in the morning, so I got to leave here by 6:50 at least to make sure I make it there on time. There you go, Saquon again. Chews off about 4 seconds. Now the last time out there for the Green Bay Packers. Basically, you just run it again, man. Run it again. Run it again and see how many yards. Oh, maybe they'll pass to A.J. Brown here, Dizzle. A.J. Brown doesn't get me W 0-4 back-to-back. Jeez. 0-4 back-to-back fantasy weeks. That sucks. I don't think I've had an 0-4 week since maybe last year. So I think my worst one this year was 1-3. I think that was last week. 1-3 last week. Yeah. Had a horrible week with everybody. Let's see. 3rd and 7 here. They got the bunch formation. Tight ends in. Saquon gets a yard. It'll be 4th and 6. Says, do I just roll this bet into Kansas City spread? Up to you, my guy. Up to you. I would just cash out, make a new bet. So that way you have solidified money. But what you said the Kansas City spread was -3.5, right? I mean that's pretty good spread, to be honest. It says OMG, imagine AJ caught that. Oh, did they just do that? You could have won. Okay. So they called the timeout there. I'm guessing you're still ahead of me. Yeah, I think all you needed was 1 point, right? So you just needed an AJ Brown catch for like 1 or 2 yards, and you'd be Gucci. It says, bro, what a pathetic effort by AJ. I can't wait to see it right now. So obviously, I'm assuming that the Green Bay Packers get the ball back and they have a shot. It's like that meme. So you're telling me there's a chance. Let's see. See, so AJ Brown's out there on the left, bottom of the screen. Oh yeah, so they did throw that to AJ Brown. So turnover on downs there. 27 seconds. He's like, this game is sneaky. It's not over yet. Yeah, no timeouts for the Packers here as the offense comes on. But I'm surprised they don't get Kevin Valentine. That's you, Dizzle. Now I'm surprised they didn't get Valentine there for a flag. But let's see. All they need to do is get in a field goal range. And this thing up here that I just put could be wrong. It could not be the final. Oh, getting instant pressure already. Oh, shoot. Nope. Tried to go for it all there. Oh, Dizzle saying this is crazy. Uh-oh. I may be here longer than I anticipated. See, I'm going to try not to look at Dizzle's comments this whole time. Because I know Dizzle's ahead of me. So I don't want to spoil it for myself. All right, 2nd and 10. Let's see. Just got to get to like the 35. Or I think the 38. Oh, they're right there. You got to get on the ball, get on the ball, get on the ball. Oh, 5 seconds left. Oh, goodness gracious. So are they just going to go for the field goal here? Oh, yeah, they're bringing in McManus. Oh, shoot. All right, now looking at Dizzle's comments. I'm just cover it up. So this is going to be a good one, boys, right here. I don't know how windy it is. Don't know how windy it is. Oh, it's windy, man. Oh, goodness gracious. This is for the game right here. Tie it up. Brandon McManus. What? They just give him extra clock? Oh, he didn't even have the leg. Oh, guess they're going to go for it then. Let's see. It's interesting here. Okay. So 2 seconds left. 3rd and 10. Send the kicker back on. He's got a few more practice kicks in him. Let's see. The first one that he did was short by about, a yard for him to make it. So now he knows he's got to put a little bit more oomph in it. Kick the ball perfect on there. And then it was a little bit wide right, so let's see. Oh my goodness. He curved the heck out of it. Oh, here he goes. It says, give this man tailwind. It says, oh darn, that kick was so close. He started laughing. Ready for a treat, Vince? Sure, man. Oh, crazy. All right, boys and girls. Well, thank you, Dizzle, for sticking with me the whole game. I know you're tired as well. Banana appealer. But yeah, so this game was crazy. Obviously, the Packers lose to go down to 5-3-1. Philadelphia Eagles go up 7-2. Wild game. A lot of latest gangsta. Latest, man. Thank you for being here. But thank you all for being here, leaving comments for me, making this game interesting, even though it was a crazy defensive one that just was out of whack. But other than that, guys, thank you for being here. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button, because we are coming out with a bunch of content every single week, as well as these live streams. So thank you so much. And as we always say, guys, keep on grinding.